Come, I'll show you the sweetest delight in the garden. As a surprise for Adam.
Really?
Come.
All right.
Here.
But this is the one tree in the garden we cannot touch. This is the forbidden fruit.
Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden? Surely not.
We may eat the fruit of any tree in the garden, except for the tree in the middle of the garden. God has forbidden us to either touch or eat the fruit of that tree, for if we do, we shall die.
You believe that nonsense? Of course you will not die. God knows that as soon as you eat it, your eyes will be opened, and you and Adam will be like gods yourselves.
One day we'll reach the level of the avatars that we have read about in history, the Buddhas, Jesus, infinite ones, God.
You ain't your servant, you cast your spell up on this planet with your graven images and your wishes to be worshipped. Witches and warlocks flock like Harry Potter fans, waiting for your new age plan to spread across the land. You got the masses dumped down where you want them, convinced that you don't exist, and now you got them atheists. Some even think they're evolving to a godlike level above and beyond human. These Luciferian lies feed on ego and pride. They come disguised as an angel of light, like the original sin and the first deception. The tree in the garden, don't you see the connection? It's the same old lie that he used back then at the beginning of time, at the fall of man. Have we forgotten the truth within the book of Genesis? Ignorant of the nature of sin, so we dismiss written words of God as an irrelevant myth, but then embrace all these new age thoughts of nonsense.
It's not good or bad. There's no God waiting to punish you because you didn't want to die. There is no God in doing everyone's God. Welcome to the kingdom of heaven, without judgment, without hate, without testing, without anything.
I call my practices and pagan worshiping as act exists. See through the smoke and the mirrors and the mist. From Atlantis to the Miriam fanatical myths, to the UFO connection with the German SS. Secret society elitists from the east and the west. Illuminati and Masonics, man, it all connects. Satanic worship to the depths we don't want to admit. It's a globalized illusion that we gotta correct. Check the symbols and signs like the all-seeing eye. Read the Bible facts to understand the great design. See the writing on the wall, we're living in end times. And even the elective now bought into the lie. Real Satanists are dressed up in their suits and ties, eating the fruit like these fools who think they are divine. They aren't evolved, they're just blinded by ego and pride, living a lie that disguised like Jekyll and Hyde. Can you deny that these times were all prophesied? Read Matthew 24:24, you decide.
There's no such thing as good or bad. Judging things from the superficial. There are things that I do that I know that involve you. There are other things that do not involve you. It's not good or bad. There's no God waiting.
How about you? How about you? You're building on a solid foundation. Solid ground. You have a stand and belief foundation that you live for. I'm blowing in the wind like a leaf in the dust storm. Do you build on the sands of the seashore? A life that will crumble when the end comes knocking at your door. Break what you built in 1 second. Tearing down brick barricades with a wicked ball of justice. Crush what you trusted. Life had you boxed in a cabin of sin with no land to better direction. Fatal deception, a life full of guessing, believing in nothing. They made assumptions, breaths of abundance. Human destruction like the split of an atom. Reckless abandon that you cannot fathom. Imagine the heat from the breath of a dragon. Examine his teeth, so they sharpen and jagged. Would you ask for forgiveness now? It'll be too late if you wait to decide. It can all end in the blink of an eye. Do you really know where you'll go when you die? Destruction is just commandments were spoken. The lid from the Pandora's box has been opened. The seal has been broken. The rope has been cut. The race is now ended. The timer is up. The scroll is unfolded. There is no more doubt. The sound of the galloping horseman is loud. It's clear to the ears that have eyes that are seen, revealing exactly what prophets were dreaming and writing about on their scrolls of papyrus. The words from the author of life that provides us forgiveness and mercy that we don't deserve. The price that he paid is a grace beyond words. Erase what occurred, washed and made pure. The shepherd has risen to gather his herd, assured our salvation, destined for heaven. Forever we'll worship and serve in his presence. Don't hesitate, don't deny. It'll be too late if you wait to decide. It can all end in the blink of an eye. Do you really know where you'll go when you die? Don't hesitate, don't deny. It'll be too late if you wait to decide. It can all end in the blink of an eye. Do you really know where you'll go when you die?
All right, what's going on, everyone? Steve J and Mo. It is the 9th of December, the year 2020. It's about 7:30 p.m. here on the East Coast of the United States, the United Snakes of America. Very interesting. Very interesting. Oh, so what's going on, guys? We got 25 here already. We're gonna get some more coming in. I think Ceiling Fan Man might join us, and let me I just hit live. I didn't even I shared it once on Facebook and that's it. Let me see if Jen wants to join us. I'm sure we'll have a better discussion with them too here. I got a bunch of pictures that I want to share. So let me just invite real quick, and we'll get some of these pictures right up actually in a second. So let me just hit this. Okay, so that's there. That's cool. And I'm sure she's got some things to bring to the table, and maybe we'll check out that maybe we'll check out the timeline deception link that Ceiling Fan Man brought to the table last week and is now just doesn't leave my mind. It's very interesting where the timeline could lead us, and people think there's 1,000 years taken away. I think maybe it's just 1,000 years never taught about, like the 1,000-year reign of Christ in the Bible. Who knows? Who knows? Very interesting. The volume's low. Why is that? Let me get a 5x5 if you guys can hear me good in the chat, because I really don't want to take out the earphones. You'll hear the echoes throughout the house. So we'll check that out. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Sorry, someone just messaged me something. All right, let me get one of these open here, and we'll start. See if we can start. Yeah, we'll start over here. So we got thumbs up, 5x5. We'll go to the chat real quick too while it fills up. Here, we want a quick shout out. Who's here first? We got The Real Truth, Paul Levy, Jill, Daryl, Desa, I'm sorry. I'm not even going to pronounce it. I'll put it on the screen. What's up? Ceiling Fan Man will be here soon. Do your thing, brother. Do your thing. I got Just Me, AS, Sam. Sorry. What's up? Rick Swain, Georgie, Joshua, Aaron, Olier. What's up? Uh-oh. Chat just went all the way up for a minute. Who else is there? Suso. What's up, brother? I don't know if I said Jill. What's up? Queen of Swords, Skywatcher Footage, Deaf Breed, Dean HD, Tracy Shaw, Dana Huber. We got Camo Masso. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. All right. We got 36 here so far. Let's here, before we get into the pictures, I wonder if I can open this over to here and it won't F with the pictures. So let me close that and see what happens. Nothing. Perfect. Okay. I just want to show you guys a map Ceiling Fan sent me. Feather Bear, what's up? I want to leave you guys out. Shinso the Great. Cameron Armor, what's up? Blessings still coming in. You love to see it. All right. Hopefully you guys can see this here. Did I just end it? No, we're still good. So this is the azimuthal equidistant centered in or near Cairo. And if you look at that, we're going to look at that right now. We're going to keep it up for a minute and just keep that in mind while we go through a couple of these next couple hundred slides of pictures, because you're going to see a lot of things that look rather Egyptian, or what they want us to believe Egyptian is or was. And I'm not saying that there wasn't the Egyptian quote-unquote gods walking around. They probably were. Giant dog-headed, lion-headed, whatever. Because where did I hear this? I heard a story that some of the angels, God let them have bodies as animals, and they came down so they could experience what it was like to run in the fields and breathe the air and play in the water. And then maybe some of them got envious and mated with the females, and there's your not Osiris, what's his name there? Who's the dog-headed one? Having a brain fart. Anubis. There's your Anubis, Very interesting. A lot of chimeric action. But yeah, holy crap is right. Look at that. Down here, the cartographers projected the Perry-Rees math on a grid using the reference points shown on the map. It appeared virtually identical with this United States Air Force map of the world. So see United States Air Force map apparently. So it looks like they know about this. On an equidistant projection based in Cairo. And just because they have Antarctica here doesn't mean it's still not the entire southern pole. So let's keep that in mind too. And I love how there's like little flower of life, little like etchings over here. It's very strange. This was in the Chariots of the Gods, I believe. Look at that. Right on Egypt. And it's not really strange, but if you go around the first ring, you'll run into places like Rome and Greece. Or all that other crazy pillared stuff is right out of there. So just try to keep this in mind as we go along, and let's see how many things we can find that are going to correlate with Egypt. And actually, Ceiling Fan sent me an interesting video in my messages earlier. Let me open that, and maybe we'll review that once he's here. Because Africa seems to be more and more interesting as the days and the weeks progress. They want you to think it's some barren wasteland where you don't want to go and you'll get AIDS, but it's completely different in my opinion. And the parts that are mostly like that are done on purpose so that there's an absence of God in that area. I feel like, oh, he wouldn't allow this. Well, I mean, if the people around them are just overlords and suppressing and controlled by an entity, I'm just saying. Yeah, you're in Australia, buddy? That's crazy. Like, there's Egyptian hieroglyphs in Australia. The Egyptian hieroglyphs in the Grand Canyon. Imagine that. Where are we, guys? You know? Where in the heck are we? All right, let me open this. All right. Stop and shop ad. We'll thumb that up so we can get back to it. But, all right. So I sent the invite out to Jen. I sent it out to Ceiling Fan. Not too sure when they're going to be joining us, but that's okay. So I got a couple other things we can talk about and cover in the meantime. It's been some. Oh yeah, let's get into this real quick. Let's get into this. This is some juice right here. This is what I've been talking about. Focus on the left hand right now. COVID, Corona. I'm sorry, whatever you call it. CV, whatever. They want you focused on that. But the right hand could be something like this. Aliens hiding until mankind is ready. And if you read the article, rather interesting. So they're putting the alien thought back out into the mainstream New York Post. The space aliens may have reached an agreement with the U.S. government. Imagine that. They're not space aliens, people. And you're not going anywhere to Mars. You'll be going somewhere inside, in my opinion. But what do I know? Other pictures that aren't available now. This was just up a day ago. Yeah, the Greys. You know where this is inspired from, right? Here you go. Aleister Crowley's Lamb. This is what he drew shortly after he did one of the most incredible black satanic rituals and opened a black hole, opened a portal, and this is what came out. And it's funny, look at your dollar bill too. Imagine that. It's there. It's not that detailed. This person kind of filled it in, but it's there. They're not alien, and they do have these weird thingies here where they could just bam. Look at it. It's still kind of there, yo. That's kind of ill. That's the guy. He started messing around with the ether, and then the lights in the sky showed up. And this is what he drew. That's what he drew. Imagine that. Imagine that. Absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. 2020, man, it's a trip. Age of Aquarius is upon us. Wonder what those implications have for the fate of humanity. This picture is worth 1,000 words here. The little meme here. It's a spin-off of one of that old picture. It has pretty much Lucifer playing the flute, and a bunch of people are following his tune because it sounds so nice. This is it. Because it sounds so nice. Tells you exactly what you want to hear. The flute, the sound, the frequency, the tone. Television is a frequency-based weapon. And the sheep just follow suit. Right over the edge of the cliff. Walking hand in hand into extinction. I had people today ask me at work, would you take the jab? I said, I will die before I take anything from these people like that. They all look shocked. One or two agreed, but the rest were like, yeah, we're kind of ready for that. And they were like, 50, 60-year-old people. And I'm like, that's exactly what they want. They don't want anyone here left on the face of the earth who's over the age of probably 40, 45, and has knowledge of the real world and being useful. It sucks, dude. It sucks. There's no room for hard workers in the New World Order. There is no room. Yeah, very interesting to see December 21st. You got the astronomical alignment of some sort, and yeah, it should be interesting. All right, Jen sent a thumbs up, so maybe she'll be joining us. Maybe she won't. I don't know. Dale Knight just stepped in. That's okay. We just kind of got rolling here. Just kind of been going through a couple memes, little articles, a couple ideas, getting them out there before we get deep into the sauce. What else do we got? Oh, this was interesting. This is interesting. Check this out. Transgender debuts. Argentina. So that's a man who just wasn't good enough to play soccer with the boys. Said, you know what? If I just get this surgery for like 20 grand, I could be the best female soccer player in the world. That's probably what's going to happen. And this is the first public one, because if you look at the Brazilian national team from past years, you tell me like half of those aren't dudes. I'm just saying. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So it's the externalization of the hierarchy. We warned about this. We warned about this. Yeah. Literally. Picture speaks. Let's hide this shit. Thought police. The Facebook got sued today, or is getting sued by 48 states and the FTC for whatever that's worth. For whatever that's worth. Yeah. Yeah, America means the great flying serpent dragon. America, America. Imagine that. It's like alcohol and alcohol, AKULHL, alcohol. Like that's a entity. And then there's alcohol, the stuff you drink and make terrible decisions. So you tell me. Something like this, guys. Not quite, but something like that. Check this out. This was apparently this was in Giza. Oh. I don't know what that is. Yeah. Apparently it was in Giza with the people in the video. They're talking rather. Wow, I've actually seen this before. Plenty of times. The plasma, the drip. Yeah, that's probably an entity. I wouldn't doubt the validity of this picture now. Wow. Look at that, guys. Wow. I didn't get this far in the video. Wow. Wow, actually right over the pyramids. That's kind of not good. Wow. Wow. We're gonna have to rewind that. Wow. Anyone join yet? Wow. Someone's got to join me on this because that's incredible. Look at this. This is in Giza. Look at the pyramids over there. Wow. this is real, I don't know what this is. Wow. Just look at that. Wow. And it's funny. Here, let me, you know what? Let me get out of this and do a screen share with volume. It is trippy. Because what they say is rather, interesting. She says, why does it feel like it's looking at me? It's because these things are. Brian Stavely knows what I'm talking about. They look right at you. They don't give a shit. All right. Let me get that. And we'll, yeah. Oops.
Oh my god, what the hell? What is going on?
Move to the left really quickly, didn't it?
Oh my god.
Just move then.
What is going on? Right, I feel like it's looking at us. Why is it staring at us?
It's got a thing on your nose.
What? Oh no. Oh my god.
This is in Giza, ladies and gentlemen. Allegedly.
I think it's moving.
The pyramids are there, so.
Oh my god, what on earth is going on? Oh my god. It's coming apart.
Look at that, guys. Wow. 67 live right now. You guys better be sharing this to your best friends. Like, what is that? This is the stuff you smoke and watch, and wow. This is the stuff you smoke a blunt to, and that's where the real thoughts come out. Because wow, man, that is some trippy stuff. That's some heavy stuff. Wow. Actually, I only watched like 30 seconds of that. I only watched like 30 seconds of that at first time I saw it. So that was kind of a raw shocker for me. Very interesting. Very interesting. What else do we got before we get into the main gravy of the night? Here, check this picture out, guys. Not too sure where this is, but just wow. Look at the architecture upon that. No one's building that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. It's beautiful, but just ridiculous. People know how to ball out, huh? Probably a 20-foot door, too. Wow. Who's coming out to give a speech here? And that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. It's beautiful. Look at these pillars, the angels guarding them. Wow. It's incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. Stuff I find on my Facebook wall. And just scrolling through the oh, did you guys see this? BBC becomes, oh, not BBC, I'm sorry, China becomes a second nation, pretty much BBC. China becomes second nation to plant the flag on the moon, and this is their picture. This is their picture. Look at that. Let's open it up. Oh my god. Come on. What is this shit? Come on. And people believe this, bro. People are proud Chinese citizens right now. They put a little bit of thought into this. Not a whole lot, but like, take our word for it. We're there. Oh my Christ. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's beautiful. That's a good video. Maybe we'll get into that a little bit. It's a little etching right here. It's a little etching right here. Look at this stuff. Just so incredible. Look at that. That's kind of what we just saw above the pyramid, actually, brother. Wow. And it came down in a bunch of bullshit like this, dude. Wow. That's probably not a good thing. These don't really seem like too much positive things are happening here. Looks like these people are like surrounding the locust at the pyramid, dude. I don't know. But look at this. That's strange, dude. Here, let me end that for a second. You think that looks so fake? I don't believe so. Oh, I'm sorry. We're talking about China, aren't we? Thought we were talking about the trippy thing. That's crazy. Let me open this up over here. We're gonna try to do a side by side and see what we can oh, my back is itchy. There we go. See if we can get that going, because that's crazy. That's crazy. How far down was it? Were we down here? I think we were. Yeah, it was right here. It was right here. Wow. Look at this, guys. You're not going to believe this. Look at that. This is the etching. Wow. Above a pyramid with the Taurus field. Wow, dude. This is like everything I learned about yesterday in one picture. Wow. You had the Taurus field with the pyramid. Capstone's clearly some sort of energy, some sort of technology. And you got this weird thing. And this was spotted right above the pyramids of Cairo, Egypt, 2 nights ago. I don't know what's happening, but it kind of seems to be happening. Let's just watch this again, guys. Show me the difference. Dude, show me the difference. I see you, Jen, back there. Just give me a sec. Okay? Show me the difference. Look at that. This. That. Pyramid. Pyramids. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of weird, dude. That's kind of weird if you ask me. That's very strange. What's up?
Hi.
What's going on?
That was an amazing picture you just had up. It just like was showing you exactly how the pyramids work. And that thing that they saw above the pyramid, I mean, that's identical.
I think it's pretty much the same thing. That's pretty strange.
Yeah, dude, there's some weird stuff going on in the sky lately. Okay, first off, tonight, I went outside and there was this little dot in the sky moving across the sky, real tiny, right? But last night when I was out there, there was like a light as bright as fucking Venus. Now, you know how bright Venus looks in the sky. It gives off its own light. You can see it around it. I saw something just like that moving across. It wasn't even very high in the sky. So I run in real quick. I get my binoculars. I'm looking, and this thing is a ball of white light. Like it was so bright. It was brighter than white. I can't even explain it. It almost was like a white metal looking. Wow. It was glowing. It was just, you could see the light coming off of it, just zooming across the sky. And it wasn't even that high. It was crazy.
That's crazy. That's incredible.
Yeah, I was freaking out.
I bet, dude. I'd be crapping my pants too. But someone asked me where I found that picture. I don't know. It's like Jason Wood on Facebook. Check him out, I guess.
Huh.
Yeah. It's very strange. It looks awfully like those pictures we were looking at, like, a year ago.
Last night on my show, I showed a video of, well, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it was of that, how the technology works in these cathedrals and stuff, the domes and everything.
The cap.
Oh my God, it was so good. It was such a good video. I have it on my channel even. I posted it on my channel. I'll send it to you if you haven't seen it, but it shows how the whole cathedral thing works and all the technology and everything.
Wow, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's like 11 minutes long. But here, oh, sorry, I had my volume up. I'm sending it to you now. It's Antiquitech buildings, and it's showing how the buildings, and we've been talking about this, how the buildings themselves are the technology. And it's showing exactly how it all works. I mean, I couldn't even believe that this person. Hey, Ceiling Fan.
Hey, Jen.
What's up, buddy? How are
Hey,
you?
Steve. Good.
God, you're not gonna believe it. Were you watching any of that crap?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And the thing is I'm actually still working on a video, but I just had to jump in because Jen, I was watching that thing. We were going over the sounds
Yes.
and the organs and stuff.
Yes.
And I was talking to Steve. And it what?
No, keep talking, but check this out. Speaking of organs, keep going.
I don't know what you're going to show.
It's a church that looks like an organ, but keep going.
Oh, okay. So think of this, okay? Because Steve and I have been like banging our heads about this whole thing that maybe we're in a different part of the book, like after the 1,000 years of Christ. And so we were talking like these cathedrals and these amazing organs and all this stuff. That looks like stuff that you would see if Christ was hanging out with you. And those organs, if they all worked, would be so amazingly loud. Obviously, homage to God, right? And it'd be this amazing music. And then, just because the synchronicities of life, I decided to check out Fantasia because I was looking up something. And that scene, the night on Bald Mountain or whatever. Here, I'll find it here. If you let me share for a second, Steve.
Share, dude.
Yeah. Okay. This is fascinating how this all just seems to like connect to me.
It is. It's connecting. And that's what I love about this. We're in line with truth. Everything lines up and it just falls into place.
Okay. So am I sharing?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So I'll kill the sound and, we can even change the speed. I don't want any kind of mess ups here. But, we were talking about Mount Kilimanjaro and this scene. I mean, tell me if that's not like potentially, could be representative of that. But then
it looks like a building.
Yeah, right. It's probably like a melted building thing. And of course, that's where, Lucifer or Satan, whatever you call him, jumps out of it, right? And he goes down and he puts a sleep over the village, right?
What is it?
It's Fantasia, man. It was made whatever in the 40s. I don't know how old this cartoon is. Disney, of course. And then check out, we got all the as it says in Revelation, whatever.
Dead will rise.
Yeah. Okay. So you got this going on. See, look, there's your mud flood building, right? It was like a castle. It was kind of. Now watch this. There's going to be a guy on a horse with a freaking crown, of course.
Of course.
So, and they're graveyards, right? I don't know. It's just kind of. But then wait till you see the ending.
That's amazing.
It is wild.
Wow.
Okay, there's like a witch creature, horses, there's death, and then there's your crown guy. See him?
The crown. And the crown was given unto him.
Nothing to see here, just a Disney cartoon. So, and then
it's rituals, it's crazy.
Yeah, and you can go through the whole thing, but
wow.
I mean it's not that long, but the thing that I was going to get to when you get to the end is, do you know how they stop him, Jen?
How?
Here, let me.
The organ starts playing.
Yeah, check it out. Let's see. It's I think there's two parts to it, so it's on this one.
So, Steve, I just wanted to say real quick, what you were just showing with the pyramid is exactly what they're showing about these cathedrals with the video that I just sent you. Ceiling Fan, man, that was amazing last night, right?
Yeah, it was great.
It's very strange how it all like fits into what we were talking about yesterday, Ceiling Fan, with a Taurus field. Like it literally showed it coming out of the top of the pyramid, a blue one and a red one. Imagine that.
Fantastic.
It is. It's scary, but it's like.
So I don't want to put the sound on, but basically, it's somewhere around here. They start making a noise, a sound,
And he doesn't like it.
And he doesn't like it. And it makes all the, see, he doesn't like it. It makes all the demons go away. And then he ends up becoming part of the freaking mountain, right?
Wow.
So what if, like, he's veiled, like he's just right there. You just can't see him because, he's on the other side of whatever this veil is. But it's sounds that drives all the demons away. And it makes him go back into his thing. It drives them all away. Sound, this noise that they make, right? So you go back to like even Truth in Movies and stuff. And what's that one that they do? That's how do I get out of this here? That one Spider-Man with Venom, and they get him with the sounds. And now you got those. You had those. Can you imagine if God was on Earth and they built these huge cathedrals that made this crazy and beautiful music, loud noise that could drive out every demon and every whatever for as long as they want. And then in the 1,000 years ends, and everyone says, "Okay, it's time to go. We got to go." And Satan gets one more shot at the people that are left. Then first thing they would do is come in and destroy everything and melt all the buildings and ruin everything and tear down the World's Fair stuff. It all fits. I know I don't want to upset anyone. We could still be heading to tribulation. It doesn't matter because the short season of Satan can't be a walk in the park either. So it doesn't really matter. But isn't that something? And then when you take the 1,000 years that they talk about the reign of Christ, and then we're talking about there's 1,000 years of history that seems to be like messed with, like that building right there. The one looks totally separate from the 878. And so then you also don't forget there was the Dark Ages. What's the difference between light and dark? So if you want to flip-flop everything, if it wasn't the Dark Ages where nothing happened, maybe it was the light years that everything happened, right? From Star Wars.
Maybe we're in the Dark Ages now. His little season might be the Dark Ages.
Yeah. And I didn't even notice that. Like, because like the 878 is completely centered, and then the 1 is just like, I'm over here, buddy. That's strange. That's awfully strange. This is off of a cemetery in Southbridge, Mass, and we're just gonna go through the slides and But see, this one over here, this one says, I don't know. This one and that one are completely different. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Very strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think we covered most of these on Gens, but I just didn't. I didn't get a chance to share these yet. I was gonna do it in a completely not a private video, but like a stand down video, not a live stream. But
can I ask Shinso? Did I say something wrong? You don't want to listen if I talk? What happened?
What's going on? There's mischief in the chat.
We'll see.
If they want to hate, they can go somewhere else. That's okay. And something I just want to show here is like, look at the rock wall, and then there's trees. Like, it's no big deal. Like, it ain't shit, That's kind of crazy. Get a strange feeling these rocks are a lot older than the trees, but here they are, Look at this. It's what you're getting buried in, I think it just said like Smith on the front of it. Like, okay. Oh no, wood. There, Wells. There it is, Wells.
Wells and nothing else, just Wells.
And I got a comment again, Shinzo. It's cool. It's funny that of all the people, I don't think I'm very scary on the internet, but cool. Love you, man.
And like this is on top of everything. So this is just looking down at the entire rest of the cemetery here. And you got an obelisk here, then here. There's hundreds more over here. This is crazy. And apparently this was ranked the 3rd worst town in Springfield. So won't be walking around there again, I don't think. I mean, in Massachusetts. So yeah, found that out the interesting way, I guess. Someone's like, "Oh, where'd you get these pictures?" I'm like, "Oh, Southbridge." They're like, "What? What are you doing in Southbridge? Like getting some crack?" I'm like, "No." Now look at this. This is the bottom of an obelisk, and I just find it strange how there's like possible little bricks down here.
Yeah.
Coming right out of the ground. The ground was very soft too, very soft.
I was gonna say, there's your crack.
Crack, dude. It is. Keeps
Don't
me
do
going.
crack.
Don't do crack. Take pictures of obelisks that are half out of the ground. Like it's no big deal.
Yeah, that's really strange how that is there. let it up or something. See, now that to me looks like they put that plaque in the center afterwards. You know what I mean? Like that looks like it was maybe hollow in the center, like some of these other pieces we see.
%. There's a whole different stone too, if you look.
Yeah.
Completely different cut. Actually, we'll go back. Look at that.
Yeah.
This and that. Come on. I wonder which one came first. Probably the less fucked up one. I mean, which one came second? This is just another example of another obelisk with. People are gonna be like, "Oh, they just put it in for support." Did they? Or what if I keep digging and it just, it's all like that? Look at this one. This one had pillars on it. Like it ain't shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And I bet it was hollow too. I bet it was. Look at this one. Look at that.
Yeah. Definitely. Look at the drippy stuff all coming down it. That is so crazy looking.
Yeah, bro.
Stuff.
What is going on? That's what's going on. These people are parasites. Look at this one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Nothing to see there.
Maybe that was Superman's obelisk. They say it was merit. I'm like, oh, okay. I'll believe that. Just more examples of just crazy rocks and trees growing out of the top of them. It's very strange. Look at this one. Come on. Come on. How does that happen? Unless the trees are electrical and the rocks are. It's an electric universe. I'm not saying you could plug an outlet into a tree and get power, but maybe you could. I don't know.
Well, like we were talking about on those spires and stuff with Trinity, it's like they're like sockets that you plug in. I mean, basically, they plug into the ether,
Yeah. Yeah. Look at these stairs, like all fucked up.
Wow, yeah, look at that.
Look at this over
here. Is this all around your area? It's fascinating. You got so much around you.
I do. It's crazy. Look at this. Built for no one,
Who's
Nothing
going in that little door? That's what I want to know. Some little trolls around there.
Oh, there's her little stairs. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, and these things again, Jen.
Yeah, that is strange, Steve.
Everywhere. Everywhere. All throughout my state, dude. These little like indents, these little hinges here on the stonework. It's crazy. Everywhere, from Southbridge to Ware, all the way to freaking Chester, is ridiculous. And that's what's sitting at the top of it. That's what's on top. That's it.
And look, it says the date and then a name, and that's it. Like nothing else. Like, was this a man? Was this a woman? What, like when did they live? When it just doesn't even make sense. That is clearly something else.
Absolutely. And just look at all the obelisks and the statues. So many. Look at this one's like sideways over here. No big deal. Actually, those two, you got the Twin Towers right here. Wow.
I've got an old graveyard in our town. I should go walk through it now that you got to go.
You'll probably see all kinds of cool stuff.
Look at this one, just like hanging in the ground. Look at it. Jen, come on.
What's is really strange. It looked like
what's going on? There's a wall of just like land that came. That's what I think happened. God, it all came rolling downhill. I don't know.
I wonder how much more shit's under there.
You want to see? Look at this. Look at this. That's a full obelisk head.
Wow.
Completely submerged. And there's another one right here. Not this, but this right here.
Huh.
There's a bunch of them. Here's another one. Look at the tip. Look at the tip.
Oh, look at that. That's crazy.
Bro, like what? Even if that's like 6 feet tall, like what the hell's going on?
How far down does that go? Yeah. Shit.
Dude. Very crazy. It's all these obelisks are on the hill. There's 2 more for you. Look at that.
That's bizarre.
It is, dude. I gotta get a shovel, but I'll probably go to jail. Look at this. You could evidence that a wall just came and hit this dude. A wall of whatever this is,
Yeah.
Look at it.
Like it, and maybe the tree came after,
Well, of course. The tree's probably only 100 years old, if that. Of course. Look at this. Just hanging out in the center of their town. Look at that.
Wow.
Look at that, dude. That is what I'm talking about.
What's that?
It's allegedly a monument for the World War One people, but I got my doubts.
It's like a Star Wars X-wing, right?
You know what I'm saying?
That's some kind of plug of something, right?
Ceiling fan. I was thinking about all the organs, because we were going over some of the organs. Well, at least I was last night on my show. And if they were all playing at the same time, like it would be
incredible.
like a symphony in the sky. And you know how we were hearing all those weird things back in 2011 and 12 and 13, all those things that sound like a symphony tuning up and stuff.
Did you go?
Random.
Yeah. What? No, yeah, no, it totally, that could have been it. Maybe people were messing with the few that are still working.
And it also goes back to the theory of, well, it's not a theory. They said that there was no singing allowed because singing projects your, C19 out into the air or whatever, right? So you can't sing or talk loud or shout. When you praise God, you're praising him, you're singing loudly in praise. It's not worship. Lucifer requires worship. God and Jesus, we praise them. That it's praise. Divinity doesn't need worship. You see what I'm saying? And I think that they had some reason for telling people they didn't want people singing. They don't want people gathering in churches because that's where everybody sings at and stuff. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to reiterate, this is in Southbridge, Mass. Everybody, this is the town hall actually here. That's what they call the town hall. And this town probably has 8,000 people. No big, no need for this for a town hall.
Yeah, look how techie the tower looks.
Yeah, I got some good zoom-ins in a second. And there's a crazy little brick church next door that got completely burnt. You'll see that later. Nice pillars. Look at those. Look at these little pillars. I know they're just little ones, but still rather ornate for.
Yeah, ornate.
For, at the middle of the woods in 19 whatever they say this was built. I think we did the math a couple of days ago. I think it was 1917. Oh yeah, and then the church next door. Remember this?
Yeah.
All along, yeah. It's on the brick building next door, all along the outside of it. You normally see that on a second tier of a building, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
So, I don't know.
Like up there.
Yeah. Oh, what I want to show you here. I think, just look at all the brick.
There's damage up there too. It looks like, I think if you scroll up a little on that top one, wasn't there more damage? Up there you can see the damage. See it? Yeah.
Over here, yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, this is the front of it.
It's a beautiful
couple more spires. Yeah. I'll give them that. Okay, it's a big fucking window. Yeah, look at that. You can see better with the day or the sunlight.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Look at that, regular and burnt. Imagine that. Like we were talking about, oh no, who was I talking with? We're looking at me and someone were looking at a picture of San Francisco. One of the towers were on fire, and it was like, what's burning these buildings from above? That's what I'm getting the vibe from here. Like what's going to burn something from above in the year allegedly 1912 or whatever? You know what I'm saying? And apparently I found out last night there was an incredible fire in Springfield in around 1900. Imagine that. Yeah.
Fires all over the world right around then. It's just awesome. Did the cow kick over a lantern in your town too?
No. You know what happened, dude? You know what happened? The alleged story, dude. I found out last night. One of the not state officials, one of the town officials brought their monkey to work, and it.
Oh, come on.
Man, isn't that how AIDS got started?
Yeah.
And it knocked down the lamp, and it caught the curtains on fire.
It's
just like the cow.
That dude.
Of course. See, they can't. They keep recycling the same stupid stories. They got nothing.
Very strange, dude.
But it doesn't matter because we're still asleep. We just accept it.
The brickwork is so tight on this building, like you can't even really see the mortar. It's just so well made. It's amazingly put together. It's just blowing my mind.
All of them in this area. There's another
What
one.
I want to know is what's going on inside that tower leading up to the spire, because the stuff we were looking at the World's Fair looked like the innards of what would be in the towers and the conical roofs and stuff.
Yeah, the post office to a town of 8,000. You know what I'm saying? Ridiculous.
Wow.
Ridiculous.
They just had a lot of extra time and materials. Come on, Steve.
Woods, dude. I had a hard time finding a place to take a piss. You know what I'm saying? Like,
look at how many bricks are in that. Oh my God.
that's the library.
Of course it is.
Isn't it beautiful? Oh man, there's another thing of that building. Look at this one. This had no marks on it. Just
Nothing to see there. Eye of Horus or triangle or whatever. I don't know.
And then look how different the one looks. Look how different the one looks,
different
dude.
Size and everything.
Yeah.
And it's not like the 929's almost centered, but yeah, the one's kind of strange. No correlation to the other size of the numbers.
I got a
urn thing on top of the door, the little urn looking thing as well. See, I think that these facades now, say we would see that urn on top of a pillar in a graveyard, but here we're seeing it on top of a mantle of a door. And like I said, the whole building's functional.
You know what's really funny? So like at the post office, you got these Egyptian ones, but then there's these little Greco roll-offs. That's kind of strange, I thought. Across the street, got your traditional Roman pillar, and then let's go back to this random building, and we're going right back to Egypt. Imagine that. What's going on, dude? And Jen, yo, check this out. So remember those crazy pictures we were looking at? How like it was just one side of this street, or like, you know, the dude was depicting it one side of this road or whatever, and it was just pillar building, pillar, all the way down the hill.
Yeah.
So in Springfield, all of these pillared buildings, once we get there, they're all on the same road, on the same side of the road for like 4 miles, all the way down dude, the hill's probably like 1,000 feet high. Honestly, it's a big hill, and you go right down the hill.
Wow.
All of them. Give me a break.
It's probably a ley line there. You'll have to look up the ley lines in that area.
Oh man, no, then I'm really gonna move. I'm all set. Just more not factories, but like working spaces. Weird little bricked off windows. I thought.
They're big windows.
That's what I'm saying. Rather big. This is the police station. I mean, the fire station. That's nice. And they put a nice little 5G tower out back. I wonder why, because this thing probably still working, you know?
Wow.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Look at the doorways. No wonder they put the trucks in here. They have no other explanation. Look at this. Look at this. This is just behind a building. This is the brick wall. Yeah, looks like I hit. Yeah.
It got muffed.
And notice how this whole town was on a hill. It's a hill, and at the top of the town is the giant Notre Dame church. We'll get there in a minute, I assume. I don't know how many more pictures we got over here, but I gotta learn to just take like 3 pictures of a building, not 300. Look at this thing. They just threw it up there, you know? Yeah, this building's in memory of Johnny Appleseed or whatever. Ridiculous. Oh, yeah, this is the more detailed shops at the top, Jen. Look at that. Look at the top. Look at that. Bronze.
Probably bronze. Yeah, bronze or copper or something like that.
Copper. Why do I keep saying bronze? I'm such an idiot. I mean copper.
Yeah,
that's a Steve JMO disclaimer. You hear me say bronze, I'm talking copper. Okay?
But see, look at the black roofing too. If this building was melting down, would we see black drippy stuff coming down it? Because I noticed a lot of these buildings and churches and stuff, they have black roofing on them.
Yeah, I got a question for you, Steve. So my wife just sent me something from Twitter.
Ooh,
and
the Twitter sphere.
Yeah, but this actually, I found the actual thing. So here.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Somebody wrote on Twitter. Where is it? Let me share this real quick. And you can go back to your buildings because it's just a quick thing.
All right, here. Let me, can I keep it? I can. Beautiful. We got 89 live in the house. What's up?
Whoop, whoop.
Somebody wrote, what if the dragons destroyed the old buildings? Just like Game of Thrones told us. There's the archways, the castles, the red brick, right?
Fire from above.
That was the finale of the whole thing. She destroyed the whole thing.
That's kind of what I was alluding to, you know, like what would bring fire from above in these years without airplanes and whatnot? People theorize they had flying devices. I'm just like, well, dragons are, you know,
flying device with fire.
Yeah,
melt the buildings down. It could. That's
imagine that. You know, imagine that.
Maybe.
Uh-oh.
That thing's crazy, though. That picture you just had of that church, do you have a date on that or anything? It does look like a giant organ. Like the building itself is the organ.
It's in Iceland. This is the name of the church.
Easy.
Here,
You're fucking building that shit in Iceland. Come on. In 18, whatever the fuck.
Check the private chat. I just put it in there.
Okay.
All right. Let's get back to business now. Back to the gravy. I've been calling everything gravy today. Second shelf gravy.
Second shelf. I
love
so
it.
many responses from that. It's so funny.
Oh my god! Didn't Mike make a little snippet of you with the heart to heart with a ceiling fan, man?
Yeah.
I love that, dude. That's the best thing I've ever heard in my life. Heart to heart with a ceiling fan, man.
That's what I'll be remembered for of everything I've done. I love it.
That's if that's it, that's all you need.
I'm perfectly fine with that. Are you kidding?
If you float into heaven and that's all you're singing, I'm sure he'll let you in.
What if he's singing it when I show up? That'd be fucking hilarious.
I'd be like, how do you know about that?
It's like, damn it, see that earworm. I couldn't get rid of it.
Be like, what if I told you the real song? It's like, oh, what's the real song? Oh man,
that's if I get there, and that's if I can talk to him. I mean, I just feel like once you get there and actually see him, it's just like you melt, and you're like nothing comes out. It's no worries.
Hey, it's a lot of. I feel it's just gonna be a lot of scolding. It's like, hey, you know, this isn't even like, you know, like there's no redo. Like this was the redo. What the hell's wrong with you?
Oh, okay.
Like
it says on that church. Listen, it says on that church for Iceland. It says founded 1945.
Of course, they found it.
Founded 1945.
Look at this, Jen. A rock wall with nature growing above it.
Nice.
Imagine that. Yeah.
That's what the rock wall looked like up on Mount Cheeha, just like that.
Oh yeah, this is all through my state. There's a property line that goes through my whole state. It's great. Look at this goddamn church. I didn't mean to say that. Look at this place. Look at that. Just nuts. Incredible.
Wherever you are around the world, I expect you've seen the news or watched the video of
I hear Greta Thunberg. What's going on?
Is that me? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me close this out. Somebody sent me something. Sorry.
Back on top, Jen. Look at that. That's probably one of my best pictures. Look at that.
Oh,
so do you think that when they made that, there was something else on top and then that cross was added?
Well, no, I feel like with the gold inside of the cross, that's probably the greatest way to transmit and conduct and receive electro pat. Yeah.
And
that probably gave out the frequency. That's probably your speaker, you know?
Usually what we see is a cross and there would be a ball underneath the cross and then connecting to the spire. But most likely the rest of the technology is within that roofing right there.
Well, I was going to say this was completely copper back in the day and now it's worn out. So in its heyday, this was essentially playing the role of that ball we normally see, I believe.
Look at the windows. They have the DNA spiral going down the window.
Yeah.
Of course.
On the side of the building sideways.
Yeah.
And there was paintings, real famous ones of, supposedly Jesus holding that ball with the cross on it too.
Yep.
Look at these little things, just burnt off.
ND.
Look at the drippies. Notre Dame. This is the Church of Notre Dame in Southbridge, Mass. Look it up.
There's
Don't know
so
why
many
it's there.
Notre Dames all over the world. You know what's weird? There's so many Eiffel Towers. I
Of
can't
course.
believe how many there are, and then there's a ton of Notre Dame looking buildings.
Look at
There's
these
a Notre Dame in San Francisco, right by the harbor. I remember when we went through there. I'll
Look at
pull
the
that
doorways. Interesting stuff. Look at the tech, the little techie lights on top of the doors. It's a pretty big light. Interesting. Wow. All the way up. It just looks cracked over here. It's burnt over there.
They say it took 41 years to build that church in Iceland.
Yeah, it'd take 41 ages to build that thing. Especially in the freezing cold Iceland. You'd be freezing your nuts off out there. Another picture of this from the side. It's incredible stuff. All right, let's skim ahead here. Yeah, the back of this was pretty cool, I thought. Even the little A-frame in the back was completely copper. Not bronze, copper. And copper, allegedly, it's what they say is the most valuable metal to fallen angels and deities of that such. So just keep that in mind when you see copper all over the top of every single building in your town,
Absolutely. Steve, can I share the screen for 1 second?
Let's see what we got.
Hold on, I didn't set it up yet. I'm about to though.
I found that building, Steve.
Which building?
It's the Notre Dame of San Francisco. It's called Grace Cathedral. See it?
I do, but we're gonna share Jen's first.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
She's get in line, buddy. I'm kidding.
Oh, sorry. No, I
Can you see this?
yeah.
Okay, so this is the church in Iceland.
Holy crap! Look at that.
I'm just zooming in on the very top of it because look at that, guys. Look at that.
Like something you see at like the gate of like the north, or you know what I'm saying? Like what?
Yeah,
You ever
that's
see?
technology right there. Imagine what's inside this thing here. It's completely probably like a Tesla tower up in there.
Where like the Ice Queen lives. That's ridiculous, dude.
Take a skateboard down there.
Who's hanging out there? You know what I'm saying? Like, look at that doorway. Who's walking through that mumbo jumbo? E5 faux fum. Like,
it's
what
so
the
bizarre
F?
looking. The whole thing is just bizarre looking.
It's nuts, dude. Wow, incredible.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, I'm
done. He's done. We got ceiling fan over here. Look at
Grace
that thing.
Cathedral.
Wow.
So they just happen to build the same stuff in San Francisco as they do in Notre Dame. Sure. Okay.
I'm sure, And it's funny how the stone they use there is the same stone they used in Southbridge, Massachusetts, only 2,000 miles away.
Yeah.
That's it. Just a stone throw.
It shows that it works because when you look at our computer boards, you'll see the same microchips on other boards that are on one board to another. You know what I mean? So it makes sense that they're building them the similar fashion, same stone and everything, because it works.
It's just so amazing that we never looked into this. We never even questioned.
I've always I wouldn't say question it, but I've always driven by these churches, and that's why I used to love being like the passenger or being in the back seat because I could turn around and look at, in the distance and watch it as we drive past, big churches and monuments and buildings, and they've always had my eye, and it's, I'm glad that, we've dipped back into this and brought this back to reality because look at that,
You like how the land doesn't even, it goes like it's under the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine that.
even in the diagram. Oh, we got to put the slope of the dirt we haven't dug out yet.
Yeah. There's other etchings underneath of it too. It looks like there's a lot more stuff like with architecture. I love this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Wow, look at all that. That's showing the towers on everything. That is
everything. Doesn't matter what.
Zoom in on this one. Go back to that one.
Sure.
The one you were just
okay.
on.
No.
No, underneath of it, I think it's there, right there in the first row.
This
Click
one?
that. Yeah. Now zoom in on that, because on the lower right-hand corner is the same tech that we saw in the Crystal Palace.
There we go. How's that?
Yeah. Yeah, right there, the lower left-hand corner, those two on the bottom row on the right. Excuse me, I said left hand. I'm sorry.
Left and right? I'm confused. Which one?
I know, the right-hand corner.
Over here?
The other left.
The other left? Over
But it looks
here?
it's all tech. They're showing us the tech right here, and it's really cool. I love this stuff.
Oh, that's crazy. Well, I'm never getting in a car with you, Jen, seeing as we're going left and right.
Center left, right? No, left.
Other right.
It's like a three.
Next thing I know, I'm hitting the median, you know.
Somebody asked you, "Are you all right?" I say, "No, I'm half left."
Nice.
That's it. Oh yeah, this is a strange little brick wall. Just, you know, I don't know. Completely like cut too. That's interesting. There's more to this, and I think this is the other part of it, just right next door.
Yes, Sue Finelli wants to know if this is live. Yes, this is live.
Live. It's 8:39 in my hood.
7:39 here.
5:39 on the West Coast. Checking in. Sue Finelli.
There you go, baby. There you go. All right, I think that's it we got for these pictures. The doorway art's pretty good, but you could tell it's more modern. I mean,
Steve, since we're looking at the cathedrals and all these pictures of churches and stuff, I don't know if you want to or not. That sigil right there is crazy, and the fleur-de-lis on either side of it too, and in the center. I really wanted you to look at that video of. It's called Architecture Buildings. We played it yesterday on my show.
Look at that one, Alpha and Omega over.
Oh yeah, dude, that's crazy. We were talking about that.
Yeah, it's very crazy.
Doesn't she mention in that timeline thing where she's talking about Jesus and the thousand reign that this is how they worded their stuff with the maxim numerals and Roman numerals and stuff like that?
Oh, maybe. I'm not. I don't think so.
She says something about that in there. She says when you see different letters and numbers and stuff, then it's most likely the old world because they came in and changed a lot of the dates and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, let me I just got like 100 more pictures to get through, and then we can share your video and stuff. Because I got like that.
Oh, you mean the African thing I sent you?
What African video?
What the hell are you talking about?
That's what I sent you. I thought you were talking about.
No, she was talking about a video that someone sent her, or the video from last night on her
Oh,
channel.
I guess I should pay more attention. Sorry.
It's the one that shows all the technology and how the cathedrals work. The one we were watching.
And then I sent you one that it's 10 unsettling things about Africa because I'm like fixated on it right now. And amongst it were these crazy mud floods and like crop circle things and all kinds of like weirdness going on in there. They found a type of stone that shouldn't be there, and then they found an entire mountain of it, and it's totally against tectonic technology. So there's that.
Really?
Yeah, this weird shit going on in Africa, man.
That's because their tectonic plate stuff is all false.
I know. It's cool that it disproves it. It's awesome. This mountain shouldn't be there. It's impossible.
Yeah, it's because it was a building. Look at this.
Yeah, right? It's a building or a tree. You're right.
Yeah, look at this. This starts pretty much all those pillared buildings I was talking about earlier. That's on one side of the road. This is pretty much
That's a confusing sentence. Christ,
it is.
Scientist.
You know what someone said to me? They were like, what if it's just like someone's name from back in the day? I was like, that's weird because people do the little or the little thing and then the whatever. But I don't know. I didn't really take it too hard. But yeah, it's kind of strange how it says First Church of Christ Scientists. Like, I wonder who they were.
Yeah.
Look at the big ass doors. Like, it ain't shit, you know?
There were scientists in Christ. Maybe real scientists that showed how things really were working and stuff. Whereas today we have like faux science.
Hey, what if they flipped the switch on that word? What if scientists used to be a good thing and now it's like all they stole it like the Freemason stuff?
Yep.
Yeah, it says it was built in 1915. I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
There's no windows or nothing in this thing. It's just doors.
Seems to be the consensus with a lot of these places I'm about to show you. Very strange temple-looking buildings. Look at these pillars, straight out of Rome. No big deal. No big deal. Springfield, Mass. This is the building next door. We'll get there in a second, but notice those little spire thingies on top. People are like, oh, that's for the ventilation. I'm like, is it though? Because what's that about? Like, those seem kind of bronze and burnt out. And you got this bricky, burnt building right here,
Oh, yeah.
And this is on the side of the next building we're about to look at, 1905, the Three Changs. We'll get into that in a little bit because that came up a lot, the Three Changs of fellowship, truth, and harmony. We'll get into that. But, there's I,
Yep.
I, not one. That's I, clearly.
Totally different.
Yep.
Totally, dude. Totally. And it's strange, dude. 927. Come on. So what does that actually mean?
Means Jesus maybe was just here not too long ago.
Exactly.
I don't think it's a representation of 1927. I feel like that was probably in the 927th year of his reign they put this up, and then he went away and a couple events happened, little things happened, and then the real 1927 happened. I don't know. Very strange. Yeah, I just had to emphasize the I. And there's little lions outside this building too. Look at the artwork on that. Who's chiseling that, bro? I don't
Hey, if I had two pictures, Steve, do I send them to your email or your phone? What's the easiest?
Probably just the email.
Okay. It goes along with this. So.
Look at where the pillars start on this building, though. A whole story up. Very strange. And they call this a flagpole. It's bronze. It's 100% copper. I'm sorry. 100% copper. Fucking copper and bronze. Very crazy. Once again, look at the pillar structure. Very Romanesque, very Greco-like A-frame. And this is a daycare. This is a daycare. So send your kids here, and I'm sure they'll be very, very smart. Look at the detail. Look at those. I wish my camera was better. Wow. It's very beautiful.
I sent you that. I'll be back in just 1 minute. So keep it.
Yep. Another example of the eyes. I-844. And even the 8 looks kind of strange. And again, it's all kind of strange from back then. It's again clear representation of the I, which would probably mean in the year of our Lord, which to me seems to be that in the year of our Lord means in the year of our Lord. It means he's probably walking around. I don't know. It's a crazy little spire next to that Scientology building. And just another example of it's on top of the building with the lions and whatnot, the spires. People think those are like air purifiers, or not purifiers, but generators or whatever. So let's get out of here and let's dive into these, because to start the day, I probably should have started over there, but to start the day, I went to the cemetery down the street from me just to get a feel of the old world again. And this is the entranceway, the gate, the grand gate to the cemetery. And this is what lies in the cemetery. That's in a cemetery, people. Another A-frame pillared building, 100% stone.
Got some blocked off windows there too.
Yeah, 2 on each side. Makes me, I don't know what that's about, but they probably use those as like ritual room in its heyday. I don't know about now, but who knows? And you got the giant, if you don't, if your eyes are good, you like I spy, there's a castle over here. We'll get into that in a little bit too. Look at it. And there's an A-frame above here, and yep, there's your blocked off windows, Jen. Very crazy how that happens, huh? And I'm running around like a madman at like 7:30, 8 o'clock the other
Let's
morning.
see on the bottom there. Did it look like some windows in the ground?
Shit. Oh yeah. Oh, there's a door on the other side of this. This goes good 20 feet back underground.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
God only knows what's going under there.
Who knows, or what was going on there? There's nothing really goes on here now, I don't believe, but this is in the middle of everything, just a random little, I don't know, you can make out some bricks in here. I don't know. It's very strange. A memorial, bunch of bricks. Another one, 2 more over here. There's the A-frame. Look at the giant doorway. Look how big that doorway is, and they put in these doors that are actually still pretty big, but still, that's a big doorway, brother. And look what's on top of the doorway, Jen. Look at that. Freaking owl. That's sketchy.
Dude, that's crazy.
That's sketchy, dude,
That's really
right?
creepy.
That is.
What the fuck is that?
That's a giant obelisk down the street from me.
It's not a regular one though. It looks like it's carved a little different. Like, does it have indents in it?
Oh, you'll see. Look at these. There's pillars
Oh,
on
wow.
each side of them. Yeah. Very strange. And it's on a mound too. You can't really tell from here, but it's on like a good 3-4 foot mound. Very strange. It's about 30 feet tall. It's huge. It's huge. And this is on one of the headstones next to it. So that made me feel great. Nice upside down star. And this is the front. Tell me the front doesn't look like it's missing something, perhaps.
It does. It does.
Bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder what they took down. Because, like, on each side, oh, yeah, this is what's in the front of it. Look at that. Carved, Jen. That's what I'm saying. This is not their symbol. They found this symbol. Because there's too much shit with this stuff carved on that for them not to make up a fake secret society. These people who are Freemasons, they're fucking idiots, dude. They're idiots.
In that timeline video, she said it seems like they took all the symbols that were positive and turned them into negatives. So now when we see them automatically as a negative because
absolutely. I like that. It's probably was a good symbol, but these people have just done too many things with that symbol to, I don't know. Maybe upstairs it's a good thing, but here it's not anymore. But here's just more examples or more pictures of the of like the pillars that are freaking carved on the side of this obelisk or into it. Look how ornate that is, Jen.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it's each kind of pillar. That's one side. Here's another side. Here's your typical, your like first era Roman pillar.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. They're all different.
And then your old like the newer age Roman one. All on this obelisk, people.
That's the first time we've ever seen anything like that. None of the other obelisks ever look like that. That's definitely different.
That's strange, isn't it? It's right down the street from me. I drive by it every day. I almost drive off the road every day looking at it. And this thing too. That's on look at the mound it's on. It's like a 6-foot mound. Look at that. Wow. Giant castle top. And this is what I was talking about, Jen. Look how it goes down the back.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah. Very strange. And that's your castle, your snowy castle. Look how ornate it is. Who's up there chiseling that, you know? Give me a break. Little urns on each side too. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It was cold as you know what the other morning, so I didn't get as many pictures as I wanted, but as I was leaving, I was like, oh look, another obelisk in the distance. Maybe I'll take a look at it. And I was like, what's that carved on the side of it? I was like, let's go take a look. So it's an obelisk, you know, it doesn't look too crazy. There's your 3 Changs as I was talking about. I don't know what the R is about. Friendship. Read that. Friendship. Read this. Love. and truth.
Wow.
Very strange, right?
But there's nobody's name on it?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
interesting. See, this proves that these things in graveyards are not fucking tombstones.
Mm.
Yeah, who'd spend that money and not put a name on it? Oops.
You're great. You're 100% right. And in a couple more slides, we're gonna get back into that friendship, love, and truth, because apparently that's a Freemasonic motto, but it's just said a little more new agey on that that obelisk. But this is apparently a insurance building.
Of course it is.
It's 3 blocks long.
Because damn it, when you need insurance, you need room to lay out and stuff. I mean, what?
Dude, look how big this is, bro. Look at this. Look at this, dude.
That looks like something you'd see in England at the fucking.
That's what I said, dude. I think I took these pictures on Tuesday. I was hanging out with my friend Cora on Monday. We were just driving down this road. I wanted to show her the building. I'm going to show you guys in a second. And I was like, look at this fucking place, actually. I'm like, why is this place the size of fucking like what?
Tell me normies can't believe that the only insurance is done there. I mean, that can't be the only thing that's done there.
You got to get some information on this building, and we need to.
Yeah, like what was it originally? Supposedly, probably the post office, of course. But
it's always been this. It's always been this. Here, I'll show you something in a minute. There's some etching.
What's it called?
And that thing on top there, we've seen in Buenos Aires Cemetery. We see them in many other cemeteries, and also in the Crystal Palace exhibits.
I want to get up there. There's little doors here.
What's the name of it? I'll look it up.
Mass Mutual.
What's that?
Mass Mutual. MASSMUT, whatever it is. Yeah. It says it right there. The Mass Mutual Fund. Yep. Insurance. Look at the size of these doors, people. Come on. Who's walking through that? Surely not John Smith, 5'10". Surely not. Look at this place. Incredible. Incredible, people. Look at the little chalices. Look at that. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Little chalice. No big deal. You got the eagle, the 2-headed eagle. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good, bro. Actually, I lied. The building we saw before was not the first. This is the first building on that road. And then it starts dipping downhill gradually for about 3 miles. Yeah. The building was allegedly erected in 1916, I believe. So they say. So they say. I say that with a grain of salt. Okay, hold on. Let's not ruin anything yet. Yeah, but
I got you an article for it. How it got its start in 1851 is when Mass Mutual was born.
Yeah, they have that. That's over here on this wall right here. That's what it says. The company was in 51, and then it's either over here or over there. It says the building was put up in 26 or whatever.
I just find it really hard to believe they found that building and decided to make it the insurance fucking company, because that you don't build a building like that for fucking insurance. In 19 whatever the fuck. I mean, come on, who the hell's buying all the insurance? I mean, this is crazy.
Oh, real quick, let's get back to the timeline thing, because if there was a great war all along the earth, like Ceiling Fan Man said, there's probably a dragon raining down fire on everyone, and God came and saved the day. And let's say all that happened, let's just pretend. Let's pretend it happened. Let's find some evidence of just completely ruined, demolished, pillared, old world structures in your own neighborhood. Well, okay. You guys aren't going to believe this. Wait.
You got to go back.
No. Why?
That building, that Mass Mutual building. Look at this. This comes right from your thing. It's perfect. So it talks about it, right? If you see that.
Should I? Okay. You're not sharing.
Oh, I'm not. Oh.
No.
It's just in my mind. Oh,
now you are. You're sharing now.
I'm doing a show on my own. Sorry, man. Look, it says here how it got its start. And where is it? They have a connection to Dr. Seuss, of course.
Of course.
And he built Formidable Georgian-style building, erected in 1927. The brewery was established in 1879 by Dr. Seuss. And it talks about all of this. It's I don't know. I'll read through it. You don't have to look at it out. And then look, of course, there was a flood in 1936. And
Wow.
it's just like everything we ever read about. It's all about this crazy building you have in your backyard. They
Yeah.
say 31 investors came together, pulled their money, and wait, if they pulled their money to start a company, that's what they used it for? They built this? I would dip out so fast if I was an investor. It's like, what'd you do with my money, man?
That's insane.
Spot.
I'll read through it. I'll get you if I can find more. It might be
I
interesting.
mean, we're just seeing the front of this thing. How far back does this building go? Like, is it?
Oh, it literally it's about 3 blocks wide and like 2 blocks long.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's like the Smithsonian Museum size. And they probably, stole that building too.
Absolutely. So
Something's missing there.
what do you think this is?
It looks like an obelisk was on it or something.
Well, you're not far off.
Pillar? Oh.
Oh, look at that. Nothing.
Look at this.
What?
Dude, this is just in downtown Springfield like it ain't shit. This is remnants of dude, there was a war. There was a war. Why else would there be a temple? I mean a pillar of Zeus out here,
look
bro.
At that. Broken
Look
down.
at this. This you don't find shit like this in America. You don't find shit like this anywhere but Greece, bro.
This reminds me of
And it's burned.
Is that here?
Remember Giovanni Battista's etchings?
But why would this be here, Jen? I
I
get
know,
that.
that's what I'm saying. This was all over the world. Maybe he even went here and drew this in one of his etchings because he's got shit like exactly like this in his etchings.
And you know why it's there, Stephen. It's because you're there. It's Springfield, the home of the Simpsons and Dr. Seuss. That's why it's there.
Wow.
Side of this.
It's
cut,
burned.
dude, it's cut clean. Dude, I could put a baby on it and you wouldn't get, it cut clean, smooth, dude. Whatever devastated this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at this. Who's making this and who's demolishing it is what I want to figure out. Look at this shit.
Yeah, it's been worn down because you can see there was more to it that's weathered away. So how ornate was it even?
Oh, I think it got, oh yeah, dude, off of every edge. Look at that. But look at this, dude. This was sitting on the side of the road. I almost shit my pants the other day with my friend.
You got to get a lot of underwear, man, because this happened to you
Leftover spoils from a war that took place there.
Absolutely. Yep.
I think this is just part of a building that just didn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just another thing to go on the coincidence shelf that goes towards the theory that we might have had that big war. We might have. Just saying, maybe.
Just saying, dude. Look at this. It looks like it's burnt. Looks like it got demolished.
Yeah, her face looks like it has expansion holes in it, and her nose looks melted off.
Absolutely. And I was just driving around my friend smoking a Dutch, and she was like, "What the fuck is that?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "What the fuck is that, dude?" Imagine just driving down the road. And this is what you see at American International College, where everyone comes for some reason. Very strange. Every building here is just brick. It's
and
crazy.
you can tell it's really old too. It's not like some new artwork they just put there, like to like as if they're smart people, college and everything. And
you buy from the grand minister, the prime minister of Greece, or something. Like.
I bet you everyone in the chat, if they went out and looked around, they'd find some weird shit like this and send it to Steve or Jen.
Oh, what? Don't even send it to me anymore, man.
Everyone's got this, it seems like. It's wild.
Love it. Look at this, dude. This is on the side of this Freemasonic-looking temple. Not even looking temple. You'll see what I'm talking about. So look at this.
the stone was laid on St. John's
On
Day.
top of him? That doesn't sound so good. They
And
put it right on the
look at the June. JV.
Yeah.
Very strange. Very, very strange. I don't know what any of that's supposed to mean, but whatever. And there it is. And there it is, people.
Truth.
There it is. Fraternity, harmony. Just another way of saying truth, love, and friendship.
Hey, can you go back to that one just before that?
Absolutely. Look at the V. Look at the V.
It freaks me out, man. Seeing that is so weird.
Let me get my cipher out. Hold on.
So,
But yeah, keep going.
Zoom in a little bit on this, please. It looks to me like
Not big. Oh, it should be big. We're in China.
Where'd
Look
you
at
go,
that.
man?
Real quick. Look at that. China. Look at this. Is their moon picture.
Watch that. The flag pops up, but they didn't show it when it happened on the moon. Shockingly.
Imagine that. Well, okay. You want me to zoom
Well,
in?
yeah.
Or zoom?
Well, see how the letters and everything, like the stone is worn, but the letters are like don't look like they have much wear. I don't know, but go back to the other one now, the new one with the June and all that. The new one that you found. See that? Like the G is all worn out, and if you zoom in on those letters, half part of them are missing. I don't know.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, I got you. This one looks rather newer. It looks like someone just etched this in probably in the year 1924, and this was probably here in whatever year
to make you think like, oh, this was part of that, but it wasn't. That was probably original writing from whatever it used to be.
Look at this place, dude. Look at this place. Wow,
is that right. A face? Oh yeah, there you go. You got the.
And there in the very top archway, in the very top rectangle, is the beams coming off of some square-looking thing.
Yeah.
And then below it is that other picture depiction. This could have been something that was very positive back in Jesus's time. I don't know, and they've hijacked this stuff.
Does that look like a ruler to anyone else but me?
A what?
Go back up.
Where?
Like a ruler. Keep going right there across.
I feel you where the crazy stuff is written. Yeah.
It looks like a ruler you would use with lines. I don't know.
No, I feel you.
It makes me think of those notches you see all the time, Steve.
Look at this.
Double eagle, of course.
It is. That's a phoenix. That's not an eagle, my friend. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Look at it. You telling me that's an eagle? Look at that.
No, I know, but you see the same things. The notches.
That looks like that's some Aztec shit. That's what my friend said. She was like, "Dude, why is that looking Aztec?" I'm like, "I don't know, dude." I'm like,
the sword that's in their claws, touching a sword, and see how it's wavy and stuff. I keep thinking that these swords are something else besides just used to kill people. I think it's some sort of a technology.
Yeah, well, I'm starting to think the staffs were too.
These Egyptian pillars. This is straight out of Egypt, people. I don't give a shit, like.
Yeah, for sure. They're the lotus flower on there.
What? Yeah, right. Like, what is? And look at that. Like, it ain't shit.
Come on. They're just like in your face now. It's so ridiculous.
Eyes the door. I'd believe.
Yeah, so they added that Masonic temple in when they closed off this doorway and hijacked this building, and it was probably something used for something.
Who knows? Yeah, something probably not too bad.
And they might have tapped in all those numbers and letters to confuse people, to make it look like it was built in this day and whatever, because they look, again, not as worn as the rest of the stuff around them.
Well, okay. So now that we're here real quick, so check this out.
What is this word?
I got it right here. Let's let me get there. So got AEDIFICAT.
It's probably gonna be steel building.
Comes out as nothing, correct? But check this out. Take the V, replace it as a U, put it an N. It was built. It was built.
Okay, and what's the next one? Because it said splendor or something or other.
Hold on for 10 seconds.
Slow down, Jen. Come on.
Trying to bring people through this here. And then VI was next on there. Comes out as nothing, so you're going to have to...
U to change the U.
Got to put it to a U. Oh, wait. Why doesn't that work? What the heck just happened? I had it working fine last night. Oh, T. I'm sorry. Oh, that is a T. I wrote it down wrong. I told you I did it wrong. I told someone I did it wrong yesterday. Where is it? V. There it is. And T.
As. Okay. So what do we got so far?
Built
was built as. Yep. Okay. And then the next one on there was LVX.
Is everyone playing along in the chat? This is fun.
Hooked on phonics.
LVX, but if you replace the U and the X.
Nice. I see what you did there. Ooh.
It was built as light.
Ah, and what's the next word?
I haven't figured it out yet, but
The next word, it's like splendorum or something.
Wouldn't that go along exactly with our theory that they didn't use donkeys and
Yes.
hand tools? They used light, some kind of energy. Either it came out of their head or their hand or some stone they had or a pine
Light
cone.
splenderance or something. Yeah, dude, it sounds right because Jesus would only construct buildings that were, if your mind's eye be single, your body will be full of light. I'm sure that it was the same for the buildings too.
Yeah, he didn't carry shit around with him. He just did what he wanted. He moved mountains. He made the sea
Splendor.
stop when he told it to.
hold on. I wrote that down wrong. SPLENDESCE.
Spelling with Steve tonight.
I mean, this part comes out to nothing. So if there's anyone in the chat who knows Latin a little better than I do, because I don't know
It's like
nothing.
Splendorous or something, or
Sure.
splendidly or something. So this building was built.
I get
Ooh,
secret out of there.
secret's in
I don't know, you
there,
guys,
could be,
you know,
Maybe
yeah.
it's one of those things, the anagram. What do they call those when they jumble the letters?
Secret Splendor.
Maybe all the letters are there, but they're
Sounds
moved
like a
around.
porn movie. Secret Splendor.
Jeez. But like the word heart, if you take the H, you put it at the end, it's the earth.
So what we're saying here, though, is that wording up top was the original wording, probably, because that's probably what this building was. It was built of light or for light. I don't know. Maybe it was for light for lighting things. It's a component on the motherboard. I don't know, but
Someone in the chat had a Ben, super secret. It almost says it. If you look at it, it sort of says it.
and
Yeah,
that
that's what I was thinking, dude.
Splendid
Yeah,
secret. Maybe it's
Exactly.
not Latin, it's something else, but that's exactly it. This was
Yeah.
built by light as a splendid secret because it's the Masonic thing, maybe. I don't know.
Is that
I
a
like
one
it.
with the 9? The 920, the date on the side there is 1924. Is that a 1, do you think?
Yeah,
It's a one.
yeah. It was a distinct one.
But isn't it interesting how they have the cross there and then the iron cross behind the cross,
Yeah.
Yeah,
which are more symbols that they've hijacked? We know that the Knights Templars and the Vatican and all those people, the Rosicrucians and everything, use this iron cross or that red cross.
But see, when you look at the buildings of, say, like Notre Dame and all those things that we were looking at, and they're just like immaculate, beautiful with stained, whatever's going on there. And then you look at this building. Yeah, it's carved amazingly. It's got this old stuff and all the old brick and all that, and it's the same kind, but it's nowhere near as magnificent. And this is what the Masons could do with the technology. They still couldn't do as well.
I don't know. I don't think the Masons built this. I think they just took it over and they hijacked the symbols and stuff.
Oh, well, it still doesn't look as magnificent as some
It
of
doesn't.
the
It
buildings.
looks newer than it. Now, this 1,000-year reign probably.
Maybe it was after that.
Yeah, maybe it was at the latter end of it. You know what I mean? In 1,000 years, you could build a lot of buildings, and they're not all going to be the same age. 1923 to 1926.
yeah. It says Freemasons in Springfield date back to 1817, and then it's kind of blurred out.
And that's
But
when
they want-
everything went wrong in Springfield.
Oh, look at this. Masons, blah, blah, blah. McKinney and Craig designed the classic blade with Egyptian details. I bet they did. I'm pretty sure they probably just found this place with these Egyptian details. Give me a break. This place was,
So ridiculous.
like, what's up with these, like, bricked out? This should be hollow, I feel. This was probably an incredible cathode back in the day.
Yeah, it's a totally different type of brick right there, too.
Well, that's probably under all this new facade.
So that's what the
doorway.
Masons did. They took the building over and they just stuck some stuff on the front to kind of make it look like it was theirs.
And that's it. Actually, that can't be it for pictures, is it really?
I sent you two of this one coin, though.
Hold on. Let me just make sure we didn't miss any here. And I know we were
Oh,
sliding.
look, there's an owl. That was funny.
Did you see that? It's crazy, dude. Oh, why can't I I just want to make sure there weren't any more pictures there, but it's being kind of laggy right now. It's probably because I have two Facebooks open. But this is just a good little collage for anyone to go through real quick. Let me I just want to make sure I didn't miss any because I took a lot of pictures in the last couple days. Yeah, of the big Mass Mutual building. And the reason I zoomed in down here, I didn't get a chance to talk earlier, but there's more pillars down here on each side of the building, going all the way around. So, yeah, highly doubt they built this in 1927.
It looks strikingly similar to the Smithsonian too.
It's strikingly similar to like London and everywhere, you know,
True. That's
DC. This stuff freaked me out because
that
there's
was wild.
pieces 1, 2, 3, and then the other one 4, 5, 6. Like, how sketchy is that, dude? Just in the middle of Springfield. Like, it's no big deal.
Spoils of war.
Growing grass out of the side. I don't really know if it was a spoil. It's probably just like we just got our taints handed to us, and this is all we got to show.
Oh my god, dude! I can't believe you just said that.
So that's the famous taint sculpture of Springfield, I guess.
Yeah.
It's
Look at it. It is, dude. Why do you think they say that?
Tainted. Nice. I see what you did there.
Oh, man.
That building's so creepy. So freaking creepy. I don't know.
I showed my friend that, and she's like, I've driven by this every day and never seen it. I'm just like, yeah.
I get such a bad feeling just looking at these pictures of it. I don't know.
Imagine walking up to it, and then a dude on the intercom was like, can I help you, sir? I'm just like, yeah, what is this place?
Really? What is this place?
Right.
They're like in the sense the thing opens under your feet and you disappear forever.
Right, now you're dead.
Oh, so this was all the pictures. Okay. But yeah, dude, he was just like, oh, this is an art contemporary museum. I was just like, is it now? Like, that's rather interesting for an art contemporary museum.
When we get into this video of how the cathedrals work and stuff and all this technology, you'll see that thing on the saying on the front of that building will make a lot more sense.
Can you look at that coin real quick? It's just 2 pictures.
I am. I'm going to download them right now so we're not exposing your email.
Thank you. Hate
to be. This guy says thank you. I love it. You don't want that out there. You don't want people sending you stuff in the middle of the night.
And they will.
Oh, they do. They send you stuff.
Well, I have my channel's email. If somebody looks for it, they can find it. And people have. Because there are some people that use it because they just need guidance or help. And I don't know. Everyone must be busy, so they get a hold of me.
Love it. Here, we'll go on heads first.
Okay, so check out the date first of all.
Yeah. You love how the 1 is completely different from the 7, 7 and the 9.
I added that 1 in there, man. They put some slag up in there and shaped it into a 1.
It's not even the same font. It's
right.
Okay. Well, as far as I don't know who the dude is, we can look in that. But the stamps on it are interesting. It was called a trade coin, and it weighed a certain amount of weight. And so everywhere you went, they knew how much it was worth. And you would hit it with a stamp of whatever area you were in, and it would go through it if it wasn't real. I think they were silver. And if it was, then it would just push into it like it does. And then you could tell where you've been by those things. But just that number was so weird. And then is there something on the back?
There is. I got the back over here.
Look at all this shit on there.
I gotta run downstairs for a second. Just try to talk about this for like 45 seconds.
So this is probably a really old world coin, and they added the 1 in there trying to cover it up.
Yeah.
So these things that we look like this coat of arms that they hijacked and stuff, you know, the crown, the Queen of England, all this stuff. Actually had other meanings, and they just hijacked all this stuff, and they stole all the good buildings for themselves and say that they're bloodlines and they have the right to rule.
Yeah, and then you got the 2 pillars, of course.
Yep, Joachim and Boaz. And the fasci, I remember Martin on Flat Earth British was talking about the fasci seemed to be some sort of technology as well, the way the things were all wrapped up like a coil with the axe thing sticking out of it. That might have actually been some sort of a technology, not like what we call it today, if like means fascism.
Right. And then the funny thing is, they're saying that there's a coin shortage. Well, this coin, at best or at least, it's from 1779, and potentially now, if they added the one, it's from 779. So why is there a coin shortage? These things never go away.
Exactly. There's only a coin shortage because somebody wants there to be a coin shortage. Just like if you have cancer, somebody wants you to have cancer. That's why you have it, or diabetes, or heart disease, or anything like that. Everything is the way it is because they want it that way.
Oh yeah, and my phone and everything tries to send me ads. And the new thing this year they're pushing is more like Fitbit and all these watches and iWatches and stuff. And you know what they do? They monitor your health, your pressure, your everything. And so now, if in the year of the Cranani, like someone can figure out, oh, you're running a fever, oh, you're having trouble breathing, or maybe your Alexa listens to too many coughs in your house. You know what I mean? It's just like,
It's all about monitoring your body activities, and you will have social credits deleted or added to according to that even. And you'll be told where you can go, where you can eat, what you can and can't eat. Your life will be completely micro fucking managed right down to the very first breath you take in the morning, when you get up out of bed and you're stretching and everything, to the last fart of the day.
You just be sitting in your house, maybe you drank some water too fast and you get into a coughing fit, and all of a sudden your Alexa goes, Jen, you seem to be coughing quite a bit. I've heard 16 coughs in the last 2 minutes. So it's like, we're setting someone to check your temperature. No, we'll just do it on your watch.
Yeah. Just put the app on your phone and scan your face, and you'll be scanned in. And if you don't scan in, well, then they're going to send somebody out to scan you, and then they'll take your ass away.
So that's the thing. It's like, I know that they're still talking Mark of the Beast, and we could get it in that thing they shoot in your arm or whatever. But they don't even need it right now because, once again, it's the consent thing. We give away our consent. I mean, I'm guilty of it. I have a cell phone. But it's like you're saying, I don't want to be anyone watching me or tracking me. But I'll keep my VPNs open and my Gmail that everyone reads, and I'll keep my phone on me, and I'll wear my Fitbit to tell everyone my health. And I'll have a camera in my house, and I'll have a camera at my doorway, and you know what I mean? It's like, and we're worried about being surveilled, and we're doing it.
Yeah, they have us doing it to ourselves. It's the latest technology. It's nuance. It's novelty, and we are in novelty right now. If you look at Time Wave Zero on Terrence McKenna's stuff, and even the novel coronavirus, it's no accident that they named it that. But yeah, they have us begging for it and even purchasing it and buying it ourselves.
Yeah.
I've never used a Fitbit or anything like that. And I keep my technology to a minimum because I know what it's capable of. I don't have cameras around my house or some doorbell camera thing and all this other junk. I watched a few videos on those things getting hacked. And people be sitting in their house just minding their own business. Next thing you know, somebody's talking to them through their camera and shit.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's just wild. Like, everyone's watching for the boogeyman when they just open the doors anyways. It's kind of funny.
What's up, guys?
We just been talking about you. So.
Oh, that's okay. I was just playing with my dog.
Did you see the little video I did with I talked about Steve, Jen? You have to see it.
Didn't even look at it.
I'll send it to you.
The heart to heart with the ceiling fan, man.
No, it was the one about you and Trinity. So,
yeah. Well, what was your intro yesterday? That wasn't the video?
Oh, I spliced it together.
Oh, that was the best intro of all time.
Well, that was the one. Yeah.
That could be everybody's intro.
Shelf gravy. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. It's beautiful. But okay, I got that video from you, Jen, over here. And yeah, I think I got it right here. Antiquitech Buildings. Is that the one?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. We'll go full screen. I'm just going to send it, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, what is this ad? You see that?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Real quick, this also shows like our true cosmology. We're on the plane wave, and you got your reflective dome wave. But yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely something with the sound waves and the.
Mm. I'm just gonna turn down slightly so we could comment.
Yeah,
Whatnot.
this is amazing. They're explaining how the copper and the gold and the silk is used.
I mean, why wouldn't it? You know, why wouldn't it? Back then with the stuff, these people had
Now, pause it
the.
for a second.
Oh, hold on, I gotta get to the other screen. Hold on. Okay.
That's okay. Just back a little bit when they were still showing that 4-columned thing there, and there was all these little bronze, gold-looking things at the very bottom that have little mini.
Yeah, the little knobs I call them.
Yeah, everywhere.
What do you think those were for? You know, I know that's more of a sarcastic question for you, but I mean, like for regular people, like look at the spires, look at the pillars. They're spired pillars. You know, never seen nothing like that. You never will. For what purpose? Probably what Jen's talking about here. It's all frequency. It's resonance. You know, these
Yep.
people figured out.
Itself
They knew about the keys of Solomon and David.
Yeah, the
You
tech
know?
and architecture.
Architecture, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let me hit play again. The diaphragm. Mm. And notice how it's like that torus field shape we were looking at yesterday, ceiling fan.
Yep. Yep.
Ever since your buddy there, what's his name again? Dave or James? I called him James, I think, by accident.
Oh, it's Dave.
I thought it was, yeah. My apologies if you're listening, Dave. Yeah, ever since he said that yesterday, I've been noticing that little infinity Taurus symbol. I mean, I've noticed it a lot before, but now it's like, oh wow. I'm seeing it on the back of semi rigs and built into the side of a lot of mechanical things with electricity and whatnot. And it's like, wow, maybe just even having that design on your truck will make it run, to its full potential, electrically at least. Who knows, man? Just thought it was
wild that once you see it, it's hard to unsee it everywhere. It's like seeing the double numbers and stuff. 1111 and all that stuff.
I was telling you about that earlier.
I'm going to drop this link in the chat so everybody can look at this on their own.
Absolutely. All right, I'm going to hit play on this again. Oh, excuse me. Oh, can't stop yawning.
Oh, we can pause it there.
Hold on. I'm on the wrong screen.
Okay. Don't worry about it. They show the light posts there, and we see a lot of these very ornate light posts going over bridges, lining all the streets around castles, all kinds of stuff. It's very overly ornate. Even in Turkmenistan, when we were there, they had really interesting lighting on the streets and stuff. This was all free energy. There wasn't no guy that was getting up there gaslighting them or putting bulbs in or whatever. It's all free energy.
Ridiculous, right? Oh, man.
Good.
All right. Oops. Sorry. Where is it? I keep hitting the wrong freaking link. There it is.
It even said in that statement, with any lamps or houses or anything within the field, it all worked. It's like I could sit there with a light bulb in his hand and it was...
Sorry.
And yesterday I was saying on Ceiling Fan Man show, because oh my God, Dave had an idea. He was saying like maybe these cathedrals and churches were places where you go to like heal yourself, perhaps. And I said probably, but I'm like at the same time a building that massive, and let's say because in the town I was in the other day, Southbridge, like I said, it was not that big, but yet there was 5, 6, 7, 8 churches with these grand spires. And, I feel like those were just, like you're saying, those were what lit up and electrified and gave energy to the entire inhabitants, the entire town. I think you needed 3, 4, 5 churches to run the full city on free, clean energy. I feel like that's probably what it was. But I feel like you could get healing properties from all that too, because with the frequencies and let's say there's music coming out of it. I listen to a lot of healing property music, mostly 432 hertz, a lot at night, and you wake up feeling like $100. It's cool. All right. Oh, real quick, St. Petersburg. I'm assuming this is in Russia. We're gonna get ready. I'm not stopping this, Jen. I just want to show something because it's on my mind right now. That's not it. This is in Russia in like 19 something. I don't remember, but these etchings were found in 95. So don't be fooled by seeing 95 here. You can hit translate somewhere and it gives you the full story. But yeah, like what happened in Russia? Napoleon and his whole army showed up in Moscow and there was no one there. I imagine they found something quite similar to this. Look at this. Where's all the people? It's like 20 people. Look at these buildings. What happened? What's going on, guys?
This picture before.
What happened?
Yeah, I've showed this before. They're digging out.
Beautiful. It's just a good reiteration. We've shown this plenty of times, but like, look at all the what happened.
Yep.
Like, wow, man.
Look at those guys. Can you zoom in on those guys in the center? They're standing on what looks like logs or it's like something all stacked up there. I don't know what that thing is.
Oh, these guys, yeah. I don't know. This might just be like a wall. What was a wall? I don't know, Jen. It freaks
Because
me out,
the
dude.
background is the
Look at it.
the
It's
church
done.
that I was looking at the other day. In the background there, that's I can't even think of the name. St. Basil's in Moscow, and that
St.
has
Onion Dome.
interesting Antiquitech on top of it.
Incredible stuff.
Yeah, I'll
What
show
if
you the
that's-
Antiquitech on the top of that building right now. I'll send it to you.
All right, let me get your Antiquitech buildings back on here, though. All right. Oh yeah.
There's the etching of the maze that we looked at before on my channel.
Mm,
We said it looked like a power sigil. Look at all that.
I know. I was just gonna say, look at all them
Circuit
sons of
board.
guns. And people have that as like tapestries nowadays. Like it's no problem. I don't know if it's no problem, but I don't know. You know, it's kind of sketchy. It's kind of sketchy. You know what I'm talking about? The big tapestries people have behind them and their walls and shit. That hippie crap.
Hippie crap.
Here it's talking about the transept crossing, the crossing of the cross that the cathedral makes. So under the arrow. And these things are on top of the spires, these crosses.
Very crazy.
Yep.
Very crazy. Uh-oh. Wrong link. There we go. There's that Taurus again, bud.
It's everywhere.
It was in the pyramid picture, dude, with the thing. And real quick, how crazy is that? Like, I just randomly find this picture, and then someone has like an event happen to them in Cairo, and it's literally the same thing over the pyramid. Like, it's no big deal, bro. Like, that lady was freaked out. I don't know if you heard the audio. She was like, "Yo, it's looking at me." Like, why would you say that? Like, that's something I would say, you know? Like, hey, stop looking over. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. It started dripping, dude. Like, that's crazy. It was plasma.
Dripping?
It was drippy, dude. Yeah, I'll play it again after this.
Yeah, I didn't see that part. I'll have to see that.
Started dripping at the end, dude. It was like plasma coming down. It was meltifying, Jen. And you're dude, yeah, right here. Hold on, let me hit pause on. All right.
Careful, Jen. He's gonna shit his pants again.
Yeah, I missed that part.
All right, let's get through this video, then we'll carry on to that.
Carry on, my wayward son.
Where do they find you?
I don't know.
Yeah, I love it. Look at the floors. Look at this, dude. Like real quick, this room isn't built for someone who's like 5'7", 168
pounds.
It's a circuit board. It's a circuit board.
It says in the case of our labyrinth where the circuit makes successive reversals. So it's a circuit.
Yeah.
How big this place is, that's nuts.
It's built into it. Usually where you find these mazes and circles and stuff, the dome is above it.
Of course. Which makes you think like we're just living on one big maze with a dome over it. No, we really are, bro.
No, I know. I have to laugh or I'll cry, so you might as well laugh. Enjoy the ride.
Oh, yeah. You laugh like I do. Someone will say like, "Oh, the end of the world's tomorrow," and I'm just like, "Right on, buddy." Like sick. Like,
Dude,
oh,
I got a meme I put in my video. I'll tell you right now. It said, remember that girl that said, I wouldn't date you unless the world was ending? It's time to give her a call, maybe.
hey, hey,
Hey, remember how you said that? Just saying.
try that out tomorrow. See what happens.
We got front row seats.
Yeah.
I live in Washington State, so, whatever.
I love how much this person's using the word circuit in here.
Mm-hmm. Short circuit.
That's because they're not numb-minded. They could see. Look at that. What do you think that's for,
We just
people?
had a little extra money, so we thought we'd just screw over the entire town. And
Look at what they say here about it. Look, specific frequencies in a cathedral, there is compressed mainly of nitrogen at 71%.
Imagine that. There is a different vibe in a lot of cathedrals, especially some
This
around
may
here.
have been around when Jesus was around.
Look at that.
However, with a very precise frequency.
Back to frequencies.
Yep.
Imagine
The
that.
whole thing is just amazing when you start to realize what that lady was saying about the timeline and the 1,000-year reign and how all this creativity was going on, all this building was going on, and these magnificent structures that nobody builds like that today.
Like, was that what the Renaissance was? Did that just happen for 1,000 years? Because they say that only happened for like a couple of years,
Well, no, if the timeline is messed up the way we're speculating. How about that?
Yeah.
The 1,000-year reign is being erased on the seas as a Satan. He wants to make it so no one knows about it. So now it becomes the Dark Ages because it would have been the Age of Light. So
Right.
the Renaissance would have been him trying to emulate and try to copy what went down when he was here. Just like everything else they do, it's a
I like
poor
that.
copy.
Okay.
They can't
Yeah.
create like Jesus did. So he'll just copy what he
They
saw.
give it a shot.
Yeah, that's what I see it.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
weird because you know what? On my own, when I was we got to a museum out in Europe and we took these pictures, and all the babies supposedly of Jesus, baby Jesus, they all look like demons. And I put that in my video, that soap video, because it's always bothered me. Well, now I know they're just trying to. That was their Renaissance period, and they would paint Jesus as a demon. That's what I bet happened there.
That's crazy. That's really crazy. Look at that.
The cross is composed of 4 cavities, which is rotation of the electrons.
And the thing is, like I said before, like a lot of like electric fields with the power lines and shit, they have 2 giant ones, a bunch of bullshit in the middle, and it just carries on forever. It's crazy. Free energy. They charge us.
Yeah.
Imagine that. The whole world could be heated, fed, and sheltered, but
Stop
They-
it right here.
They
Pause it.
charge you different amounts depending on if it's peak hours or not. So the same power that was free already, they charge you more during like 5 p.m.
5:30.
So here they're talking about the spires and the technology on top. It says these waves will be concentrated and directed towards the antenna called the arrow, which will spread them into the atmosphere and thus produce free energy available. So they're actually telling you in this video how the spire works as well.
That's interesting. That's an interesting take on that because I always thought it worked the opposite way. I thought that those would take in energy from the ether and power the cities from below.
But if you look at
But
the
either way, it works. I like it. I like it.
Tesla tower did that. It went up and it collected the energy, I think, from the ground
Yeah.
that came up and went out the top.
Okay. All right. Same concept, just different outputs and inputs. I like it. I like it. 'Cause you got to remember, Jen, what they tell us about Tesla is what they tell us about Tesla. You know what I'm saying?
Talking about the tower that he built, the way his tower worked.
Yeah, I know, but you got to remember, this is the way that they tell us these things work. I feel like they tell us the most part for like 90%, but then you got to use your imagination to.
Right.
finish
They
a
want
lot
to
of
misdirect
things,
you
know?
even when they tell you.
Yeah,
the
they
truth.
don't. Yeah, they wouldn't give us the piece of the pie without there being a little like parasite in there somewhere, you know.
And if you fell for an airplane and you landed on that point, that you'd probably die.
Well, if you
Yeah.
look at the technology here in the fire and the way they just described it in the field and everything, it's exactly what Tesla's tower was doing.
Okay.
I'm just saying. And we see
How do you
those.
say that word?
It's a piezoelectric, or something like that. Piezoelectric.
Sounds good.
And we see those in a lot of the old photos, as those poles with all these things on them, but no wire.
What do you think the sigils behind the dot and the 3 semicircles are? It's got to be something connected, you know?
You clearly haven't seen those Tesla what they call the space launches or whatever, have you? Because
I try not to watch too many cartoons. But,
well, it's one of those things where I believe it's whatever you call Hermes just reappearing in the sky, and they're just like, oh yeah, it's a Tesla rocket launch. Because you get stuff like this, it's upside down, it's just dripping down, and it's just, yeah, it's rather interesting. Maybe we'll see if we can find one of those after this.
Yeah.
More drippy stuff.
Oh, and I found the picture of the demon babies just so you could see what the Renaissance was. What's with the Twin Tower hat? That's pretty cool. Who's a sharp dresser?
369 energy, frequency, vibration. We're doing that today with our cell phones. That was pretty good, though, right?
Absolutely. Oh man, Richard.
What's the matter now?
I'm just
here. Look at this thing. Look at this.
And baby.
Come on, dude. I gotta find a good video of this real quick.
These were supposed to be.
Are you sending me something in the email?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I had it on the screen.
You're sharing a screen, are you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You share away.
You see it? You feel me?
Dude, what the F?
Those are supposed to be Jesus and all these famous paintings. And I started taking pictures of them. And then I put together this collage because it creeped me the fuck out.
The one on the top row, second one in, looks like a man with a baby body.
Where? This
Second
one?
one.
Yeah, look at that.
What the fuck is that?
Look at this one. It's all ripped, too. It's
Oh, my God. And that one next to it to the left looks emaciated.
Yeah. And then like
gray.
a weird fat head, like an alien head. This looks like a demon right there. I mean, just
and the
point
one
up
to the
the
left
ear.
of that one looks like it has like Down syndrome or something.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Right? And same with this one.
Wow. That's mucked up.
So that's what I'm saying. You're like, talk to me about the Renaissance period. Well, okay. Well, everyone thinks they were good artists, but maybe they were just doing this on purpose as like a big middle finger,
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. These people love flipping off God.
Yeah. So you got all these beautiful, like the women, and some of these are probably men, but they have these beautiful women, but then they always had these like creatures in their arms, which was supposed to represent Jesus. So just saying, pretty wild. Some weird stuff, man.
No big deal.
Nothing to see there.
All right. Can you see this, guys?
Oh yeah, that's the thing you showed earlier. Oh no, this is Elon Musk.
Oh,
I see it.
this
Okay,
is
Elon
different.
Musk.
Let me make sure. How many views we got here? Only 18,000. We should be fine. All right.
Do you know
Not
about all that stuff? Maybe you can talk to me privately later because I'm still figuring that stuff out.
As long as they're not like a superstar, you should be fine. But all right, let me just check this out. This is what they call the Falcon 9 or SpaceX, whatever. It's not that. You guys got check out this show called Blood of Zeus. It's a cartoon. It's cartoon. It's a cartoon little BS show about Zeus and all his little minions. And Hermes, when he appears in the sky, looks awfully like this. Very strange. But just watch what happens, and you'll see your little Wi-Fi symbol in a minute, I believe. But look at that. They call that the rocket launch.
Wait, that's launch? That's
Look
success?
at that.
Oh,
Look
it's
at
right
your
there,
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Look at your Wi-Fi's, bro.
Dude.
Yeah. What do you think it is, bro? No bueno.
It does look Wi-Fi-ish, dude.
It
Dude,
is.
no
Look at
fucking.
it. And it's
That is weird.
pulsating.
And it also,
Yeah.
I thought it looked like an angel or something.
Yeah, well, that's what Hermes is. He's a bad guy. He's one of them bad angels.
So they
Fell
just
down.
shot up some fireworks to create
And
all
it's
this
two different
weird
colors,
stuff?
bro. No, what I think it was. I feel like this is the ship, and the dude's hitting eject. You know, like see you later. Cause look, he falls down. Look at that.
How did they get it to make those symbols?
And they're calling that a rocket launch, bro.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Look at this.
You know, one of them looked like it had like squares emanating out of it from a different angle.
Let's go back and bring you. Look at this.
Yeah.
There isn't even anything in front of that thing. There's nothing. What is that?
That's what happens when angelic beings enter the liquid fluid dome. It's
Okay, so
swimming.
that was
It's
the
swimming.
Wi-Fi.
It's
Wow.
swimming. Yeah,
It does
dude.
look like it's swimming.
Yeah, you're
I'm
right.
telling you. Yeah, I'm a little, I'm all right.
That's
Look
what
at
it
that.
is. It was like, and then it fades. Oh, yeah.
And then, yeah.
That one. Did you see all that lines in there? Back up just a little. It's like that circuit board stuff we were just looking. Look. You see it back there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like circuit board stuff we were looking on those floors.
Yeah.
Like if you look at it this way too, like this could be like the vessel it just came in, and this is the dude just hitting eject. Like I'm out, back to Earth. Like now I'm here. A lot of weird stuff has happened since 2018 too. I may add.
So was that someone trying to get up there and couldn't make it and came back down?
This
Is
is
that
what
what-
happened. This is Elon Musk took credit. There was
Well, no, forget the Elon Musk thing. I mean, if it's there, if it is an entity trying to do something, is it coming in or is it going trying to go out?
Oh, he's coming in. He's coming in for the long haul. And it makes me seeing stuff like this in the sky makes me theorize maybe like even now, even if it's still a 1,000-year reign, maybe 33% of the angels haven't even fallen yet. Maybe we're at like 27 and there's still a couple more that got to come down.
Well, don't forget, everyone, December 14th, they're having an asteroid shower. Jupiter and Saturn are touching.
Are they touching that night or are they touching on the 21st?
21st, but they get really close, I think, on the 14th, along with the asteroid shower. And is there like a full moon eclipse or something on one of those days? I forget.
I sure hope not, because that sounds interesting.
It's going to be a fun December. Merry Christmas, as Q says, since Brian's here. Oh, by the way, Brian, there was a post today. I guess someone said something's happening. Everyone sit back and be patient, just like they have for the last 4 years.
Any day now.
Any day.
Any day now.
Look at this, guys. They call this a rocket launch too.
Yeah, I call bullshit on that.
What do you think? What do you think that is,
It's a
dude?
glowing penis.
No, it's I don't know.
Well,
Look at
I
the
didn't go
things in
there, but yeah.
Look at the beings inside of it, guys. Look at the being in there swimming away, swimming away.
Trying to get somewhere
Like
or come
something's
back.
being birthed or something.
Expect to finish replacing their satellites within the
Look at that, dude. That blows me
Remember the
away.
helicopter dude? He's like, what is it? I don't know.
Let's see what this one is. These are just good little videos. I'm sure I'll probably get a nice copyright notice later, but we don't really care about that. Look at this. It's in 2017, Southern California sky. Look at that thing, dude. What do you?
I remember this.
Huh?
I remember this when that happened. Yeah.
Me too. I was getting ready to camp out in the woods then too. I was like, that's not good, dude.
Oh shit.
Gotta watch this full minute commercial of 5G. Nice.
No, don't you can't. You know, I had a video. They took down. I put a 10-second clip of Johnny Carson. They took it down. I had another video had like a 10-second clip of something at Disney. They took it down. So you just have to dance around this stuff. It's nuts.
Yeah, Brian says they call it up to space, but it goes down very quickly. Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
It's the arch on the was it Wonderful of Disney that Tinkerbell never touches anymore.
Oh yeah.
Whatever. But it just reminded me of the drippy stuff I found in here today. You guys didn't see the end of this yet, did you?
Well, that was fun to watch that though. That was cool. Oh, there's that car in space that you have to believe in.
Yeah, it's so real. It's got to be fake or whatever. Here, I'll share the audio for this.
Daryl.
You guys got to hear these guys too, because they seem kind of freaked out. They seem genuinely freaked out. Let me hit play.
Oh my god, what the hell? What's that? What is going on? It moved to the left really quickly, didn't it? Oh my god. It moved in. What is going on?
Is there any other videos of this other than these people?
I'm not sure, but it looks identical to the picture, the etching I had of that diamond-looking thing above the pyramids. They're ironically in Cairo.
I mean, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt that it was. You know, it's just if this is the only video, they want us to see it. Maybe.
What the hell is that?
I've seen countless videos where this happens.
Look how quick
The plasma just like it just gives out, dude. I don't know. I mean, whatever it is turns into a plasma. Yeah, look at it, dude.
What are those things dropping off?
That's what I don't like, dude. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Look at this, dude.
What the hell is that?
Look how
Now
close they
something's
kind of.
going up. The whole thing just broke apart.
Yeah, and look at it. Look how
You know what
close
it reminds
the
me of,
pyramid
Steve?
tops.
Remember when Richie from Boston caught that beam coming out of the pyramid? He showed it on his channel. I think somebody
Yeah,
caught
but
it in Las
that was a
Vegas.
fake pyramid, though.
I
This
know,
is
but I'm
real
saying
one.
those things were swimming around in the beam of light. That's what those things look like.
Yeah, dude. That's not cool.
That's identical to what we've seen in that Las Vegas video with the beam coming out of the Luxor hotel. Wow.
Imagine seeing that, bro. Look at that. What a picture.
How many are there? How many got there?
1,
4,
2, 3,
7.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yep. Could be more, but
Yeah, I mean, some might have dipped out, but it looked like.
My actual god.
Maybe these are the saints or something.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like they'd make
They're
themselves
light
known
beings,
enough.
whatever they are. They look like they're light beings.
Yeah.
Maybe they're the good guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could
Yeah.
be.
I know. No.
It
That's
could
the
be,
funny
but
thing is,
I got my high doubts, but
nobody knows. That's the wild thing. Like, I don't care how long you've studied whatever it is you've studied. None of us were around back then, and everything's, as you say, muffed up. So
You think they were drones? Daryl says they might have been drones on a program. I don't know. The way they were all connected in that one point, and then it just all separated out. I mean, maybe
with the drippy effect too. Yeah,
here's
but
the
that
thing.
was extra dimensional plasma, if it's indeed real.
I could go either way. So, like, the fact that there's only this one video, I keep going back to the none of us watch the regular news anymore. Like, no one in here does. So what do we watch? We watch these channels. So now we'd be a fool to think that they're not like integrating our truth channels and putting up videos that look like they're real, you know? And so I'm just going to say, until I see other people, maybe it was some Hollywood drone exercise. So we would freak out and film it and then share it everywhere and freak people out, because it's all about fear. So, you know, I'll put it on the shelf. It either happened or they're just nonsense. They're trying to make us watch it.
It could have been a blue beam type deal, you know, getting everyone softened up, softening the meat for the extraterrestrial threat. As Werner von Braun said, that would be the last card they pull, whatever that means.
That was fascinating too. I started trying to look into that Project Blue Beam, and the guy that wrote the book, him and his partner both died of heart attacks at an early age.
Well,
you can't find the book anywhere. You can find it online, but it's a Kindle version, so who knows if it's even the real book, you know?
See, the thing about Blue Beam that freaks me out is that it's something to fall back on. So let's say in an intense event does happen in the sky, perhaps, you know how many truthers are just gonna blow it off like, oh, that's just blue beam.
Yep.
Like, are you sure? You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? Like, see, that could be the psyop is blue beam, and then when the sky event happens, everyone's like, ah, like unless it's like Nibiru, you know, I'd be like, yeah, that's gonna be blue beam. But if let's say the stuff we see in the etchings, Jen, that you know, there's no like date on them. It's just old ass etchings of Tower of Babylon, dude with the horns,
Yeah.
the good guy, I guess. People, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like on top of the tower, and he's got these beings and these lights and this crap in the sky going on, lightning and teardrops coming down, trippy stuff like we just saw, perhaps. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. People are gonna write that off and be like, "Oh, that's just blue beam," and I'm like, "Yeah, that kind of seems like the dude from downstairs making themselves known again."
Yep.
Seeing as he
You'd
has
be
but a
running a
really,
double psyop on that for sure.
absolutely.
I sent you. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, ceiling fan. Go ahead.
I sent you the breakdown on what they say blue beam really is, so it's in your email. But if you want to look at that, but go ahead, Jen.
I was just saying, I sent 3 pictures to Steve of St. Basil's, which was the picture, the church that was in the background of the black and white picture he just showed from Moscow. We were saying they were digging out, and also some of the stuff that's inside this church is the technology that's within it. It's the same stuff as we see in Graveyard.
And I'd have to say that comment you had on there, Brian, you're spot on. I really
Absolutely,
do.
bro. Normie's gonna be like, it's aliens. People are just gonna be like, it's just the fakery of the space nations or whatever they are now. But in reality, it could be beings like maybe not Azazel because he's bound, but the bad guys. You know what I'm saying? The ones who come to you in your DMT trip and they're, oh, I got enlightenment. You know what I'm saying?
Prince of the air, and
Yeah, these
things are
these
flying
things
around
are
in the
these
air.
things come disguised as beings of light. So I wouldn't doubt that they come looking like what we just possibly saw in Cairo. I'm
We've
not saying
seen
that was
airplanes
100%
vanish.
real. What?
We've seen airplanes vanish in the sky. So why
I've
can't
seen
they, like the
airplanes stand still.
Transformers? Can't they disguise themselves like Transformers? You know?
I like that. You were pitching that to me a little while ago. I kind of like that theory.
Yeah, they show it to you in the movie. So,
all right.
I think angels are birds. Because how
they're
cool would that be?
spiritually connected somehow.
Right, they fly around you all the time, and you don't give them any notice. If it was a bunch of little like man dudes flying around, you'd be like, "Whoa, shit, that's weird," you know. But no one even looks at birds.
Yeah. All right, Steve. So I don't know if you can zoom in on this, but clearly this is an excellent picture of the tech on top of St. Basil's. You get a really good idea of how it's working here, what we just saw, and plus the stuff we looked at the Crystal Palace, which they showed a lot of the technology there with these gold or brass-looking balls and how they have this conical effect to them going up. Also, you see the cross there. It's not the normal kind of cross you would see.
You don't say.
It's not a cross. It's tech.
And it's funny how text looked like demonic sigils. I'll never let that one pass.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll never let it. It's crazy. Yep. It's crazy, you know?
So, yeah. And what's going on inside the onion dome and the conical roof right there, we don't know. But we saw examples of that in some of the photos I was showing. This is inside the church. If you take note of the geometric pattern on the floor. And then, of course, you have a menorah there right in front. I surmise that the menorah itself was technology. And if you look at Solomon's Temple, the Ark of the Covenant and the gold menorah from Solomon's Temple, I think it wasn't just a candle holder, guys. It was technology for sure.
Who's sculpting these over here, you know? Like, what's his name? Martin Leckie? Is that how you say his name? The Flat Earth British guy?
Uh-huh.
He did an incredible live stream with John Levy, and they were talking about how people may have been petrified back in the day. And we had a conversation like that yesterday too, Ceiling Fan, how maybe, there was a technology where it could just change your whole molecular structure and you're just stone petrified, and people are calling them sculptures nowadays. Like I've seen videos, pictures of sculptures where they've the legs missing, or a couple toes are missing, and what's inside? There's bones, dude. It's fucking bones. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So
And
maybe
again, they
Medusa was
show.
walking around like it was no big deal, or maybe that type of molecular morphing technology was like a punishment, or I don't know what was happening, but there's a lot of sculptures that are just you can't sculpt that stuff. I was looking at them the other night, and if you go on Flat Earth British's channel, I think it's like honestly only 5 or 6 live streams back if you scroll, and it's a whole petrified um person's compilation sculptures, quote unquote sculptures, and I might even share that whole thing later, not later today, but on a later date, because it's very interesting. There's no way they're sculpting stuff like this out of marble. You make one mistake, you're done. You just wasted 10 years of your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're done.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not sure on that whole turn him into a statue, but it's fascinating too because I've been ever since we've talked. I've been thinking about that. Lot's wife into salt. Well, again, if you go into movies and TV, I don't remember what it is, but there was an old Star Trek episode where these people have this power where they can basically suck all the water out of you and you turn into just this, dust. And
well, I'm saying, imagine if they just kind of do that, suck the water out of you, and then just like you just
You're like a mummy after that.
exactly.
What I was going to say
Exactly.
is maybe there's a different process because it's
Yeah, another alchemical. It's all
because
alchemy in the
you
end.
go back to the stories and Medusa, you just looked at her, you turn a stone. So there's
bro.
something maybe there because they put it throughout our histories. It's still there.
And allegedly, that Perseus dude, he didn't do that until like a while. It took him she was fucking people up for a long time. Let's put it that way.
So was she real? Is there real technology that did that?
I 100% believe anything they teach as mythology is probably it probably went down just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Except Zeus was actually the son of you know what I'm saying? Not God. Sorry, people in Greek who are I don't know. I can't. It's crazy.
So take note of the wall in the background here. The whole wall itself is an organ. They're organs.
I was going to say, look at it.
Pipes
all the way down.
All the way down the wall. And it probably goes up further. We're just not seeing the whole wall in this frame. But, of course, the centerpiece here is something that we've seen in the Buenos Aires graveyard and many other graveyards. I've shown pictures of this type of thing sitting in a graveyard. Here it's sitting in the middle of a church.
Look at this.
And it's got the tech on top.
Yeah, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Probably power the whole room. Wow. You probably sit right here and just get healed from any disease.
And it probably glowed or who knows what.
Oh my God. You probably just you could probably, I don't see from the outside, you probably heard nothing, but the second you enter the room, it's just there and you close the door and it's gone. And you open the door. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's probably one of those Reddit,
And I just had a thought, everything's backwards. So when you look at these beautiful churches like this, and like we were talking Notre Dame, and you see those amazing stained, you just ruined everything. Where'd it go?
Oh, you want me to open it back up?
God, I was on a roll too, man.
Zoom in onto the menorah. If you zoom in on the menorah candle holder spots, it looks like there's little tech on it too. I don't think it was just for holding candles. It looks like there's something going on each tier.
But go back to that one you had of that, whatever that last picture was.
Yeah, the next one over.
Yeah. Okay. So we look at a room like this and we stand in there in awe as the sun comes in through the light. The stained glass is beautiful. What if it's the opposite? What if that thing just sparked out and it shines such a bright light that it popped through those windows outward, and then you saw these beautiful rainbow colors out in the sky because we're looking at the windows the wrong way. If the light came from inside,
every city would give off its own northern lights.
Exactly, because the color, it's always dark in those places. Why is it so damn dark? Because the power's turned off. You fire that thing back up and it sparks out bright like you can't even look at it.
Yeah.
Those windows are going to shoot out thousands of miles into the sky, and every town or whatever is going to have their little glory to God. They'll play music and they'll light up. And he could sit back with his footstool and just go, all right, that's looking nice. That's what I see.
The Truth says, do you think the stars are getting closer? Yes, I
Yes.
do. We covered a lot of stuff last year around this
Oh,
time on the stars. We're doing lots
Yes.
of videos on the stars. And
You-
last night, I saw what looked like Venus. Now, if you look at Venus, what they tell us is Venus, and it gives off its own light. It's very, very bright. You can see the aura around it. And I saw this fucking thing cruising across the sky last night. I ran in and got my binoculars, and it was just this amazing white ball of light that was actually emitting its own light off of it. And it was like, you know how Venus is in the sky, it looks really low. It was just like that. Like, it was like as if Venus just up and decided to cruise across the sky or something. It was unbelievable. I couldn't believe what I was saying. It was so
They're
great.
so much closer.
and
Not
you know-
only can I see them without my glasses, but you can shoot awesome video of stars and planets with an iPhone or whatever you have now.
It's
You don't
crazy.
need any telescope now. They're so close.
It's crazy. And yesterday, I keep wanting to call him James. Dave, he was saying how like the whole toroidal field in every aspect, like you almost have to apply it everywhere. And if this place is a giant like Taurus and or a toroidal field and we're going through some sort of new age or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Something's a new transition period. It would make sense if it's like, closing down on itself, and it's also coming up on itself too, which me and Jen were theorizing pretty much out of the blue with no actual proof or any science behind it. And then Dave comes along with the whole toroidal field theory and how the firmament and the stars and the luminaries are worked into all that. And if they are coming down and getting closer and becoming more into focus, it would make sense, it all adds up. I'm glad we had that conversation yesterday.
I gotta run, Steve.
What's up? You're running?
I gotta run.
All right, you run. I'll see you later. And ceiling fan's getting yelled at by his family.
No, yeah, right. The dogs are upset at something. Hey, you know what? There's two things. Like, I totally believe that could be it, that whole Taurus field. But here's another thought. This whole thing about lifting the veil and all this stuff. So what if, do you know if you use a camera or an iPhone or whatever, and you want to film, say, a star or a plane flying by, what you see with your eye is way closer than what you see through that lens of that camera. For some reason, I don't know why they do it. There's a technology or something in there that makes everything look farther away. So what if this thing that happened where we woke up to where we can see things clearly, but the normalies don't? They still think that the moon lander could make it to the moon. And when we look at it, it's ridiculous. So maybe these stars and the moon and everything were actually always this close, but somehow it's been like projected or veiled or whatever they've been doing to us to make it look farther away. Because I bring this up to other people that don't think like us and they don't see what I'm saying. So there's that. I don't know. But maybe they have
I feel like only we could see it, dude.
Yeah. So maybe they were always this close. Like someone said, they're in the firmament. So that's a guarantee. They can't leave. They can't get closer. Either the firmament's getting closer because of the Taurus field shrinking, or they've always been right there. And science and however they did the veil tried to push them way out so that way we'd believe in space. I mean, that's always a theory.
It is, dude. I like that. It's crazy, dude. Where we live, anything's possible. Anything's possible, but it is getting late over here on the East Coast. It's almost 10:15. I think.
Yeah, go to bed. I'll keep your show going. No kidding.
Jeez. I think we're gonna wrap this up. I did want to show that timeline video again, but I'm sure we'll have another chance to share it again. It's a very great video, and here let me put it in the chat real quick. So to get a further idea of what me and Ceiling Fan Man are talking about and theorizing on how the thousand ring of Christ and all the seals and the trumpets and all the crazy stuff of Revelation could have already happened, and it seems like it may have already happened, and we're the ones who were bad people, it seems, and we're getting our second shot right now, which I could understand. I've always loved the underdog story, the comeback kid, and that seems like where we are.
Well,
we're the comeback kids, we're the comeback generation. We can't fall back into what got us here in the first place. Like we were supposed to be in white linen and robes hanging out upstairs, but that day will hopefully come soon if we could just, get our heads out of our whats and start thinking together instead of thinking for ourselves. It's all I gotta say about that.
Well, like I brought up to you earlier today, we were talking, and there's that story in the Bible, and it's these
Yes, tell everyone that. I'm making you big for this.
There's gals that are getting ready for the return of Jesus, and they have to fill their oil lamps, and some of them fill it, and some of them were partying and didn't fill it. And in the middle of the night, he shows up, and the ones that filled their oil lamps, they start heading out with him, and the ones that didn't said, "Hey, give us some oil, because we need to go too." And they're like, "No, go get your own from the well or whatever, because we need everything we have to go." So they all go back to go get oil. And of course, by the time they come back, everyone's gone. So maybe we didn't fill our oil lamps. And all I can say is, I'm going to make sure I fill it this time.
Absolutely. Yo, I'm trying so hard to fill it. It's just, it's rather hard to keep it filled up nowadays with all the deception and the sin that just surrounds us, surrounds us. You can't walk down the street without seeing some sort of sigil as a logo. And I don't know if you know about the origin of the word logo or logos.
Yeah, I've listened to a few people talk about it.
Interesting, isn't it? I think Mike told me about it on his show one day. Well, maybe not me, but the whole audience. Very interesting. It's Jesus Christ. Everyone should look that up. It's where we are. It's crazy. It's crazy. Everything's backwards.
Thanks for having me on, man. I really appreciate it. You're fascinating. I love hanging out with you guys. So
I love it too, brother. Any day, anytime you see me live, just shoot me a message. And I knew I couldn't get everything crammed in with just me, so I was like, I gotta call back up on this. I need to get a ceiling fan. I need his peaceful, his kind humor, and whatever you bring to the table that way, and then Jen brings that fire, and it's just a good combo of just like red and blue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I'm in the middle, like, here we go. Holy crap! Nice. I love it.
Well, thanks everyone. I'm finishing a video. Hopefully it'll be up maybe tonight, if not tomorrow. So anyways, love you all, and I will talk to you soon, man. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Everyone in the chat, thanks for coming. God bless all of you. We're gonna end this. I'm not gonna do an exit song, but like I said before, guys, just be strong in the spirit. It does. I'm not gonna say it doesn't matter where we are timeline wise, but just know that something's around the corner, and you don't want to be messing around right now, guys. So definitely check it all out. Check the Bible out. Check out anything you can right now that'll bring you to God. I'm telling you, now's the time to really get right with it. But I'm getting out of here, guys. God bless. Be safe. Be strong.